It was so painful. But he had.
You made it out.
I did. Yeah, got out alive. It was great. And now I get to play tonight, so that's perfect.
Yeah,
That's true.
That is actually
A lot
awesome.
less you missed. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're not dead, so that is
I know.
nice right there.
Well, no,
That's a
did
high
you just
note.
like bail us out of that, like totally hardcore?
Oh, for sure.
Right.
The DM totally saved us. DM saved us for
I
sure.
don't know what you guys are talking about. That was some pretty superior team tactics I saw.
No.
And
He
if
saved
any of
us.
it would have
Free
worked,
credit.
it was like everything we thought of was like it was cursed by the dice. It'd be like, okay,
Well-
we'll try holy water.
Yeah.
One,
I don't.
okay,
I don't know.
well,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll
I came out of
aggravate
this
with holy
unscathed.
water. 3.
Hey, you know what, Randall? Remember that really awesome dexterity throw that you had off the candle? Like, that was a really good throw.
Marsh
Oh yeah,
remembers.
that one was great. Whenever it's bad, it works.
That's the only throw I remember you doing that actually mattered.
I know all my saving death throws were at disadvantage, which was fucking garbage. But here we are.
Wait, so Marsh, how did you survive? Like, I only saw you. do
Okay,
one
out of
saving
character.
throw.
I'm gonna tell a story out of character
Okay.
that you guys won't know. So Naza comes up to me while we're up there together, and explains to me some things that Marsh knows now, and was basically like, "Goodbye, old friend," and sacrificed herself so that we didn't have to fight everything else that was about to come out of the book, and brought me back to life.
Oh.
And enchanted. And blessed my crossbow to do the correct type of damage to hurt the fire elemental.
Ah,
That is
So
awesome.
that's,
So that's
why
what
there
all
was
the
a
twangs were coming
Now
from.
Nas is gone.
Yeah, so it wasn't Naza shooting from up there; it was me. She healed me, and I was just sitting up there firing at this thing.
Got it.
That's so cool.
nice.
Yeah, we had no idea what was going down.
Yeah, no,
Everybody
that-
down there in the outside.
AJ and I were just had been messaging
Yeah.
each other basically this whole time.
I feel like
Yeah.
you guys were up there and had this master plan, and meanwhile we were just like the shit circus down below you.
Yeah.
Because you guys have like the superior weapons and advantage, and we're just like, we'll tackle them with water.
I think it was just one person that was saying we'll tackle him with.
Hey,
But I'm
nobody
not-
else had plans.
Listen, I was just
So we're
I was
all
just
in this.
reading. I was just reading the Discord, so I couldn't actually tell you if it was one or multiple, but I feel like it was just one.
Hey, in the pirate code, if you don't ask for a vote, you gave consent. Write
Yeah.
that down, Marsh.
March. I know. I was so glad I feel like you have to write a eulogy for Marsh, basically.
I was gonna be sad. Like he joins the merry crew, for his retirement
Fucking
years, and like 2 weeks
the
later,
bucket.
we got to go to the circus and be like, "Hey, you remember Marsh? Yeah, I remember Marsh. Yeah, that's all you get. His memories. He's gone."
I thought we were all getting nuked in that fight.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
You know,
We
it
very well
wasn't.
should have.
It wasn't supposed to go down that way. It really wasn't. But I think
We wanted it
We
to.
all got
that's
through it.
that's what we do.
Alistar was
Let's
about
get
to
another
start
one of those tonight.
his own merry crew. He was going to be the lone survivor there. Just be like,
There was a
off to the
small
city.
part of me. I was like, okay, so everyone dies, and I can just go with the cart and just take it back to the Jolly Roger and be like, it's all mine now.
Becomes an
And that
NPC
would
in
have
the
been-
new game.
Yeah, that would have been
That would
the
be
end of
yeah.
the story of Alistair.
We'd have seen him in the future, probably, but I wouldn't be playing him, probably.
Oh, for sure not.
all right. Well,
The
we'll go
kobolds don't
ahead.
kill.
I hope they didn't. They probably would have.
We'll go
Or he'll
ahead
be
and
Noah's apprentice.
we'll go ahead and get into it. So, we obviously right now we discussed quite a bit on what went down, what happened, etc. We took the entire week to get through this fight. I apologize on some behalf, but at the end of the end, it wasn't all me. But we got through it, and it's okay because it looked like a couple of us were busy. It was a holiday weekend. There was a lot going on, so it actually landed on a perfect time for it to all go down and be a slow week for us. But here we are, back at it. The library is no longer fulfilled with all this drama and condition, so to speak. It is free to go about And all of you guys, actually, let me go in there and check some of your characters. All of you guys take a long rest for starters. Not all of you did. I only did it on a couple of you, and then I think a couple of you came in and did it for yourselves. Gallant, you updated your character on D&D Beyond, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to use you as a test subject. Open your character sheet.
I'm trying to get it. 1 second, sorry.
You're good. Marsh, did you update your character on D&D Beyond?
I did, and I
Okay.
did update.
I have
Mine
it
says
open.
I'm dead, though.
Yeah, I know. I just fixed that, I think.
Okay.
That's nice.
Oh, wait. It says I'm in Foundry already.
Oof.
Can you kick me out?
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay. And my character is updated on Beyond,
Yeah, okay, I'll do that right now.
and I got it open.
Whoops. Like I keep trying to kill Marsh every time I touch his character. I just can't get his
No.
HP at all.
So-
Alright, I am
So
in
he's still level
Foundry.
4.
I know. I'm gonna do that right now.
All right, you got it.
Since you guys are looking at the sheet, or since you are Marsh, do you see a black D&D Beyond button to the left of your name?
Yeah. Let me
Click on that. Do you
I
see
don't.
a menu pop up?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do it for you right now. But what you would do in the future is you would uncheck name, uncheck image, uncheck bio, and keep everything, and currency, and keep everything else checked. And then you would click start import, and like within less than 10-15 seconds, it'll pull everything, and then just kind of review your character to make sure it all looks right. So give it a second,
Okay.
as I'm doing right now.
Oh, do I hit start import?
After you uncheck name, currency, image, and bio,
Name?
which is the first one, and then currency is the
Currency.
fourth
All
to
right,
last,
he
and
is
then the last two.
updated now.
Yeah.
Okay, so name, currency, image, and bio.
Yep.
And then start import.
Yep, and it should take very quickly. You'll see on the bottom something happen, and then it'll like let you know when it's
Yeah,
done.
it's going.
There it
It's
is. It's done. I just saw it.
Boom. Boom. Oh, cool. And, all right, and it updated all the right stuff. Perfect.
Yep. So, by the way, if there's any
Swell.
spells that you guys choose that are not in the SRD, they may not import. If that's the case, make a little list. Let me know, and I can add them in. No problem.
Let
For
me see.
you,
I mean,
my
he
good
added,
sir.
yeah, he added in like my slippery as an eel and all that, and those are homebrew ones, so pretty cool.
Nice.
So, and then Henry, you rolled a 2, right? So I'm gonna increase your HP stat.
Yeah.
Get that HP.
I finally actually
I-
have some decent HP, which is
Yeah, 7's a good roll, man.
I'm
I
just
know,
going with
that's
the
my
canon.
first good
Henry almost died, so like, well, all you all leveled up and we're like, woo! Henry was just like, I'm happy to be here, mate.
Yeah, Marsh still did it. He did okay. I think he's still
well,
the
he
thickest
got, he
boy
got
out of
like
all of us.
blessed over there.
yeah,
I think technically Marsh
Marsh.
is still the tank.
he is, and the DPS.
Who
He
has
does all the
the?
DPS.
What's your HP?
49.
Well, it should be higher
Holy
now,
cow.
right?
No, 49 now.
Crushing it.
Oh wow, okay. All right, I finally got to a good spot. So I'm at
Where you at?
39. I'm at 39. I was at like 29 before, so it was a good roll.
Sure wish I would have had a better roll.
Real quick, make all of you guys check your character sheets. Make sure you're all level 5. Make sure you guys are all long rested before moving forward.
I have a question.
I am well
What's
rested,
up?
level 5. All good.
Looking at the spell book here on the character sheet, some of these spells are highlighted in blue, and some of them aren't.
That means you have them. That means you have them prepared. Because
Okay.
you are a
Yeah,
wizard, you
like
have
you
to
can use
prepare
the
your
ones that are
spells
highlighted.
on a long rest, so you can change them. So normally I just allow you guys to manage it. I do keep track of what spells you're using at the time between your long rests. So if you try to use something and I'm like, hey, you have this active, how did you or when did you switch it? Then that's usually when I catch you in a catch 22, which is usually unintentional.
Okay.
But that's what it's meant for, is if you right click it, you can click prepared and change it from prepared and unprepared.
Got it.
In the future, because I haven't been like saying, oh, I prepare this spell or I prepare these spells. Like, how do you want us to go about that? Do you just want us to mention, like, hey, by the way, before we leave, I prepare all my spells?
Ideally, after every long rest,
Or-
you would just let me know if you made any changes. So basically, you would say, "Okay, I
Okay.
have my list prepared," and then I
Uh,
can see that you have it prepared. And then during the long
Got it.
rest, you don't have to change everything. You could just change one spell. You can just be like, "Hey, swap these out." Boom, and then
Okay.
just check it on your list so it
So
keeps up
only
with
if
you.
we swap a spell do you
Yeah,
care?
you're gonna keep
Okay.
usually.
Yeah.
And that's
Got
just in case, like, for NPC purposes
Got
or
it.
any weird effect kind of reasoning.
Okay. Good.
But yeah,
I should have just taken my 5 instead of rolling for it. From now on, I'm just taking my 5 on the HP.
your average.
Yeah.
All right, so I will allow you guys to open up into the RP scenario. You guys, well, Alistar actually is missing because he does his thing.
Bring me back.
Henry, you'll notice that you're actually in one of the rafters. I had stuck you there when you were online earlier. I was just kind of messing with the screen. To get down, you would technically go this way, go all the way down this way, and then go this way, and then go down the stairs, and it should automatically adjust your height. Otherwise, you'll just run around at 10 feet, so you won't be back on the floor.
Sleepwalking last night. I know I went to bed in the pew.
Be right here.
Oh, I have no vision. That's okay. I don't need it. Just.
Oh yeah, that's the penalty for you being a burden to everybody. You can't see the damage you caused.
Totally chill. I'm cool with
I-
that, actually.
I will manually fix it. I wasn't able to click that to get down. But
You're totally fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Chosen one goes to where the book was.
Mhm.
Is there any resemblance of the book left, or is there any?
So
Of
there
that.
is the particular book that was in the air when it had basically given off that last kind of like yowl and expression of what was going on in that declaration of failure. It closed up, and as it did, it simmered into ashes and fell to the floor where Henry had originally gone through the suit and discovered a coin.
I go to the ashes.
Okay.
Do I see where they are, or do I see ashes? Where those
Oh,
from the book?
Yeah, you see the ashes.
I take a little
Okay.
pouch, a sack, and I scoop the ashes and put it in the sack.
Can I
Absolutely.
touch Chosen One's shoulder?
And
If you
Pull it.
eat these ashes, you will gain his power.
Chosen one, think you wrong.
Chosen One, you need his power, his strength for your future.
Chosen one, be given strength from gods. Chosen one, only reason we survived this fight.
What book
Make
did
it
you read
taste
that
good
in?
like candy.
What book did you learn? Eating ashes is how you gain power, bookman.
Same book
It's-
he learned
The
from
soul
Water
of
is
the
Wet.
enemy.
Did anyone else here eating asses?
Eat his ass, and then you'll get strong.
I try to
What
find.
section is
do I-
that in? I need to know.
While they're talking, Henry walks over and finds Marsh. Hi, Marsh. How you doing, mate? You looking a little better today.
Marsh is like in ripped up, burnt clothes. Like half the little ribbons that are tied to his shit are burnt up now, and he's kind of just looks at you and he goes, "Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, honestly. I had a bit of a rough night last night, if I'm being honest. My friend, I think she sacrificed herself to keep us alive. Naza. Yeah.
Are you serious, mate? I figured she dipped out like she did earlier in the fight.
No, she came up to me in the middle of the fight and healed me, and whispered some sweet nothings in my ear, and some of those sweet
Oh,
nothings
you dog, mate.
were, hey, I'm about to go die.
Oh, well, you landlubbers really go about the courting very different than we do.
Yeah, women are very complicated here on land.
Well, mate, I'm sorry to hear that. Also, your ribbons and clothes. It was about time we got you some proper pirate wear, anyways. Though.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, Captain, you know, I think I look real sharp in some new boots and a fancy hat.
Aye, mate. Let's go about finding you some. All right. I'm gonna pause there. If anyone else wants to chime in?
So me and Dark go over by the statue.
Yeah.
We were doing a little investigation, but we don't really know what it is.
I'm just running
Do a little
around yelling
description.
horny lady, looking for the horny lady.
Okay. Well, easy for one of you. Chosen one, you don't find the horny lady. Alistar and Darko, as you guys are examining this statue, it's a big bamboo. Definitely bigger than what a bamboo should be sized in that aspect. But it is very intricately done. And both of you guys actually were in here previously. Well, with those history checks, it's a little rough. But Alistar, you recall the bamboo having a particular gleam to it before. Now it seems to be of just normal stature. Darko, as Alistar kind of mentions it briefly, you don't recall any of that shit. You just remember that you wanted to see it last time, but you got too busy doing your practice speeches and sermons to nobody when you had previously visited the library at your pastime. But
There's definitely something to this statue. Perhaps some of the educational materials available nearby will tell us more.
Is there books about monkey statues?
so
Yeah, well, you
No.
never know. If I were to organize a library, I would put such material right beneath it. Are there books nearby it that maybe say?
so there are some scripture. There are some scriptures and stuff. All they really do is they discuss history in the sense of time. They talk about how they believe that there could be a potential parallel. Alistar, you understand parallel. Darko, you don't understand parallel. At least the term in that aspect. Yeah. they stack uniquely in this way. And then on one of the scrolls seems to be a spell, but you do not know what the spell is because it is not in a scripture you recognize. But Alistar and Darko, you both being spellcasters, know what a spell looks like. See one.
It's a spell?
Yeah,
serious?
you just don't know what it is. You just can't decipher it. You guys understand the format of the context on one of the spells.
Is it
You
the
just don't know
language?
what it is.
Is it the language that we can't understand on
Yes.
the spell?
Correct.
Ooh,
Mhm.
give me 10 minutes. I will decipher this spell for us.
I do have
I'll be
comprehend languages.
comprehend
Can I
language.
use that?
Yeah. Same. We can do it at the same
Oh,
time.
damn, everybody's got comprehend languages. If it's an Elvish, just ask Marsh. He can
We're
read that.
comprehending together.
Yeah, what
Okay,
language? Can I tell what language it's in?
If you guys use comprehend language, absolutely.
If it's
Hold my hand while
halfling,
we comprehend its language.
So
Goddamn spellcasters.
while they're doing that, Henry is just like walking around, seeing if he finds any books that kind of just look expensive that are sitting around, and what he wants to do is sleight of hand stash them away without Alistar seeing them.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Marsh, Marsh goes and sits in the pew, puts his feet up on the other pew, lights his pipe, and just hangs out. He's not doing anything else right now.
gotcha.
He's just happy to be.
Just
He's just
describe what
happy
we
to be
look like.
alive.
Henry's just whistling
Yeah.
some kind of sea shanty, like nonchalantly as he's wandering around.
Oh, no, let's hear it, Randall.
Chosen one is going to the back area, into that like circle area, and he's gonna check out these rugs, and he's gonna check out like these doors, see if they lead to anything, see if he can go anywhere. He's gonna try to search for horny lady because he did not hear Henry and Marsh talking about the demise of horny lady.
You got it. Okay.
Me and Darko are just holding hands.
Okay.
While, like,
I'll be right back.
and reading it.
I'm like sprinkling some shit on the pages. Just like, ooh.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
And I'm brushing off his sprinkles while I read.
Okay. Oh, one second.
I don't know. It says required materials: a pinch of soot and salt. I'm just like,
Yeah, you're seasoning there. Marsh,
like
is
the
there
salt-
anything you're
like
doing in the
salt
pastime?
lake. Just like,
Yeah, I'm just smoking my pipe, reminiscing about my times with Naza. and thinking how I got stuck with such a bunch of fucking wonderful people.
Successful individuals.
We didn't know you were dying, man.
No.
That's where we'd come help you.
He's not salty. He's just a little salty.
Okay, so Knucklehead 1 and Knucklehead 2 went ahead and used comprehend languages. One of you have to decide on who gets to be the holder of the scroll, but you guys have learned the scroll to be a representative of the... How do I put it in the chat? Like, how do I share it to the chat? Do I have to click it on a character to do that?
I will say I am too impassioned in the theatrics to worry about what's actually on the pages, even though I'm conjuring,
Here's what I'm going to do.
trying to make
I'm
it
just gonna
so that I
give
can
you
read it.
permission.
I was gonna say I use it as a ritual, and if you have it prepared spell, then
Mhm.
you'll be done 10 minutes before me, so
Oh,
you'll
okay.
know.
Yeah.
before
Okay.
me.
So, all right. Well, nonetheless, you guys can both head over to the journal entry tab, and you guys should see something named scroll and then such. You guys see that, or am I tripping?
Astral projection. It's tight.
Oh shit! Someone astrally projected shit.
It says you do not have permission to view this sheet.
It was
That's what I
the
got too.
Let me try
it
again.
was the
Hold on.
it was the monkey
Wait,
statue
which
that was
part? When you click
projecting.
the button, or when you click the journal?
Yeah, the button.
Yeah, when I
The
click
button?
button.
Okay, hold on. Then I have to give you. So I'm learning this. I have to give you guys the full chain of observership over here.
Oh, nice.
Now try after I say now.
There we go.
So it's
This
a
spell is incredible. It's far too powerful for me.
You guys actually hear Alistar say that as his voice echoes. Too powerful for me.
I didn't say that.
Chosen one always think Alistar brag too much. He knew he not that powerful. As he says it way away from everybody.
I use minor illusion to make the voice of Gallant just say, "Just kidding. Alistar, the most powerful wizard ever."
Henry, you were looking for the most expensive looking books, correct?
Yep, just seeing what I can pilfer.
So they all look very expensive to you. I mean, for you, a book that's not
Anything
ripped,
with the
torn.
gold.
So there's a lot of gold leaf bindings, and you don't know the difference between a full gold book and a non-full gold book. So you probably take anything that has a trimming or one of those leaflets. So yeah, you could probably find an easy dozen on this shelf alone. You look across and you see that there's tons of gold imprinted and embossed, and even other ornaments. Some of them even have legit jewels in them, embedded into the books.
Any with jewels, he's gonna pocket away.
Okay, go ahead and give me a general sleight of hand check to see whether or not you can do such.
This is where I'm supposed to remind you of my first roll.
Yep, go ahead and do that with advantage.
Oh, damn it.
It's okay, just roll it again.
But I'll
You're
do
good.
another one.
That's damn good though, yeah.
I mean, might just be the one. Yeah.
Yeah, you needed the advantage. No, you already actually got on the first roll, but it worked nonetheless. So
23 is not bad.
no, that's really good. So yeah, you managed to easily pop out 4 jewels. You do, I wouldn't say get a conscious vibe, but you do feel that these 4 are very sufficient. And after everything that's happened in this library, it's up to you if you choose to continue. But you feel that you have gained a value at hand already.
Will I be a pirate? It ain't be enough.
Oh my god.
Okay. So go ahead and give me another check. This time it'll be straight.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means. I don't really know what this spell is, so if someone could explain
Okay,
it to
so
me.
I'm happy to go over
It's-
it with Darko and then take it from him.
Yeah. You can RP that. I'm kind of curious on the RP on that one.
Darko, it's clearly a very high level spell. We're talking about astral projection here. You will be able to extricate your spirit from your body,
That's here.
move yourself through and outer realms where you would never reach without leaving this physical form. It is your mind literally leaving your body and going somewhere else. Perhaps I ought to hold on to it, and then we can discover more later.
Yeah, you're just saying a lot of words right now, but not a lot is making a whole bunch of sense. You can go ahead and keep the paper book, man.
It's very gracious of you, thank you.
Yeah, whatever.
Another win for Dr. Pockets.
Okay. So, Henry, you managed to find a total of 8 stones. That's gemstones, miscellaneous. Most of them seem to have a green-colored hue. But they do feel quite nice. They have a decent weight to them. The 8 gemstones in your hand probably feel about 4.5-ish pounds, and I mean that's a lot when you're considering gems in that aspect. You've handled your fair share of chests and whatnot through your travels. If you had to take a random guess, you'd probably think that the value of this would probably get you somewhere around 100, 200 if you find the right buyer in gold. But that's your opinion from the sea. You found these here, and you don't know where to sell them.
Yeah, he just has them pocketed right now, and he's just gonna come back, just humming away.
He's like that 3-year-old that just got a bunch of pennies in his pocket, and he's just like clanking around like while he's walking, like ching, 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 ching.
No,
Like,
he
super
knows
excited
to spread them
about
around.
life.
He's a pirate. He just has a lot on him.
Ching, 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 ching.
He's gonna go up to Mars. Hi, Mars. I've been popping around in the books here. And do you believe it? I found 2 gemstones. And he pulls them out. I believe this could help the crew if we split it. Hands it over. Hands him over to Mars.
Marsh, you give him 2 gemstones?
Yeah.
All right, Marsh goes, that's very kind of you, Henry, young sir. And as he's saying this, he's like sticking them in his pockets. And he goes, I appreciate you sharing with the crew. I'll make sure that the crew gets it.
I mate, to see that you do. And he just wanders
Did you give them
off
all of
again.
them, or how many?
Just 2 of them.
Just 2 of them.
He claimed
Okay.
he found only 2.
Oh, gotcha.
And he gives Mars a wink, by the way, too, as he's walking away.
Okay.
Sure. Marsh winks back. He's just like, yep, I'm going to keep these.
Mars is becoming a fine pirate.
Marsh knows a bribe when he sees one. He's not an idiot.
All right.
Okay, so each of you guys have the appropriate amount of gemstones in your inventory. All right. Oh, and then, well, okay, you have the coin, Henry, but until you identify the item, then I'll add it to his inventory. So when he comes back, or if he heard us. Is there anything else you guys wish to discuss while you're within the library? Chosen One, is there anything else you wish to do?
I was trying to
How
like
many can
open
we
these
fit in our cart?
doors in the back.
So these are all windows. I apologize.
Oh, they're all
and I didn't. So when I
you
import
were
it via the software, all the windows I make come in as doors, and I didn't know that. So I decided that I'm going to manually add those in the future. But this is the very
That's all
first
good.
test. So yeah.
I'm just like looking at the checking out the rugs if they're like of value to us. If not, all good. Also trying to find books. If I can even find a book. I don't even know if I would be able to know what I'm looking for, but like history of this place, history of the tower, history of something, history of general area, specifically what I would be looking for if I was to look for any books. And just looking in this
Do I see
area.
Chosen One looking around? Because maybe I can help him.
Yeah. I mean, if Chosen One wants your help.
Are you interested in reading? This is a miracle. What are you looking for?
Chosen One want to find history of place. Much happen here. This interesting. Chosen One want to know why
I
God.
have reviewed this library. Sorry.
Chosen One want to know why God sent him here, and maybe history of place give information. You like book. You might find history of place.
Go ahead and give me a general investigation as you're kind of pursuing. What's the word? Is it perusing? Perusing. Thank you. Yeah, I was missing a letter in there. Perusing.
You said investigation.
The titles. Yeah, as you chosen one are trying to with advantage. Well, Alice starts looking over your shoulder heavily. Darko seems to be overly curious.
Okay. Wow, so 14.
Marsh, you see Darko disappear and then come back. And then do the hokey pokey.
Henry's bored. He's trying to leave the library, but he can't seem to get out.
Yeah, the door would technically be this one right here. So for you, you do actually come across a couple books. You come across The Start of It All. And that sounds like it's the start of everything. And
Perfect.
You come...
I take that.
I'll just type them up right here.
Great.
Henry's gone
Start of It
outside
All.
now.
The Bio of I. And the Hidden Village.
Perfect.
Are you just making this shit up right now, like on the spot?
Absolutely.
Oh.
The lore is there. They just don't have book titles, but the lore exists. So I'm just gonna pin it to them now.
Perfect. That's all good. I mean, like,
touch,
there's some
Dell on
stuff.
the shoulder because I can't tap him on top of the shoulder. Just touch it. I'm like, this is very good steps. I am so proud of you.
Chosen One want to try to read, though he only know few words. But these look like good place to start. And he takes them and puts them in his in his bag.
You got it. All right.
Can you possibly carry a few more? I'm a bit stacked myself, but if you could carry some for us, we could bring more books back.
Chosen One no want to carry anything for you. Chosen One mad at Alistar.
Or what? I save you all the time.
Chosen One save himself this time. Chosen One see you leave, come back, leave again.
The demon took me twice, and I escaped him just to help you.
Chosen One be tricked by human before. Chosen One not sure he trust human again.
But not your guide. Your guide would never fool you.
That's what other humans say in past.
You had another guide?
No, other human in past say to me, they never fool me, and then they fool me, and then mom die.
Henry comes back in. Are you all still in here? What the bloody hell is taking so long? It's only books.
Walk towards him. But then grab a few. We need to bring more back.
Can I make a perception check on this room that I'm in now that there's no burning
Absolutely, Mr. Darko. Go for it.
Please go well. Oh my god.
I think that went well.
That went very well. Yeah. You see that this window seems to be slightly open, and you yourself, like, you hear like these whispers, like like not so much that a conversation is happening, but more like a lure of some sort. You've seen dark stuff before. You've seen stuff darker than Darko, and this fits that criteria.
Okay. Is this? I guess I'm gonna. Can I investigate it a little bit to like see? Can I like take my my torchlight or whatever the hell it's called, and like try and pry the window open a little bit?
Oh yeah, for sure. Go ahead and click on it.
Oh shit.
As you do, you see this odd, mysterious light kind of pour through, and as you look out, it's almost pitch blackness outside of this glowing, swirling, goldish fog, and you feel as if it's almost like luring you in further, and you hear something in your ear. Darko. Oh. It's been some time, Darko. Oh.
Who
You
the
don't
hell is this?
remember.
Nope. Who the hell is this? Get out of my head.
Perhaps it was the first time you drank the potion.
I
And
didn't
you
drink no
didn't
potion.
die. Well, it didn't kill you.
I tried.
Perhaps I can show you a potion that will.
Yep. Well, show me where. Where do I go?
I'll tell you what. Just, put your hand out and scoop a bit of this, entity and take it with you, and I'll always be there. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, so do I know who this?
We'll see
voice
based
is?
off of this wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god!
Oh!
Crit
We're on
twice in a
fire.
row.
Another nat 20 for a 23. Yeah, you absolutely know who this is. This is the swindler.
Swindler.
And every time you've met him, he's offered you something that you literally always want, and he's never let you down. And he's offered you poison or death or what you've searched for in the past, but you were never ready at the time. And you haven't seen the swindler since the last time you were trying to purge the children of your recent expedition prior to your retirement. And it's been some time, but now that it's kind of all clicking in, not only do you feel inclined to cusp this mysterious fog and imaginarily contain it within your hand, you know for sure that this man's coming with you.
Swindler, my good friend, it's been too long. I'm gonna go ahead and.
As for me too, we shall do great things. Show me what you've been to. Show me the
Like literally?
Yes,
I can show
have been
you
here
the
for much
world.
too long. It's been perhaps a century. I don't know. But I'm sure sometime since I've last seen you, my friend.
Oh, yeah, it's been a while. Definitely been a while. Yeah. And I'm like, is it like an actual liquid, or is it just, what is it?
It's not even a liquid. You just stick your hand and you like grasp it, and then it's gone.
Okay.
You've played with mysterious things before. Sometimes it's just a physical interaction with whatever it is.
Okay. So now is this person or is the swindler going to be with me?
You feel the swindler's like embodiment amongst your presence, on your person.
Okay.
This isn't your first talking thing in your head on your person. You've carried some weird talismans before that have whispered you some creepy shit. So this is one of the calmer ones.
And yet he hates demons, huh?
No, just children.
It's a specific kind of demon, okay?
Demon children.
Yeah.
So Darko pops out of this bookshelf-esque structure out of nowhere while you guys are all kind of rounding up to get ready to head out.
I'm gonna quickly
I missed that, or else I'd go investigate. But it's cool. Let's just head out then.
I'm gonna quickly dart off towards the door a little bit.
Did I notice that he just like popped out? Was that like?
Oh yeah, you guys all
where
saw
he
him
popped
just
out?
pop out.
What
You guys seen
is
him pop
this
out from
other
this?
area? Secret books? Let's find some secret books.
Ah, mate, you're killing me. You're killing
This
me.
is so disorganized.
I go pop it. Because
you guys see a ton of just books thrown everywhere, and there seems to be one scorched particular mark on the floor here that seems to have been permanently engraved into the floor in the shape of a book that kind of resembles the size of the book in which you guys were dealing with previously.
Who would do such
Henry
things to books?
exasperatedly
I
just
pick
storms
a few
out
off the
again.
ground and just like clean them off.
Henry's heading out.
Yeah, he's had enough. He came back
I'll be
in,
following
yelled,
back
and
and
there's
take my books.
All right.
So, question: can I communicate with the swindler at like any
Absolutely.
time? Okay.
Absolutely. It's all mental unless you choose to mistakenly speak aloud.
Okay.
But you can just be like, hey, swindler. That'll be like the cue that you're speaking to the swindler.
Okay.
It's the name of
swipe
one of
or
those
no
books.
swiping?
You can start reading it.
Okay.
The only thing I
Oh.
find of interest is that burned mark into the ground, and I choose not to fuck with it because after seeing Henry throw a candle at a flame, I don't really want to pour the ashes of the book into the area of the book. That was the only thing I was thinking of doing. But I was like, I'd rather not do that.
Let's just, Phoenix revive this sucker right here, right now.
Yeah.
Stairs.
Yeah.
At least I can save you, Killian
So
Spell.
technically,
I'll
these
take
stairs
this
take you guys
last
back
lookout.
outside. I just didn't connect it with the map, so it's just black outside.
All right.
So
We're all even.
Sure be dark out here.
Just like I like it. I might actually get a good night's sleep.
So technically, you guys are at the Quiet Sigil. I guess I should have pulled that, but I didn't. So, oh well. Is there anything you guys want to do at the Quiet Sigil? I can put you guys back there. Otherwise, you
I
guys
just want
are.
to pick up my bag that I dropped.
Oh, of course, yeah.
With
You
all my
guys get your
books.
belongings.
So the only thing I want to do is I want to go back to that one building, that lady, or where I found that chess piece.
Okay. 1 second.
And
Let me pull you
then
guys.
see if I find her or any other happenings of that lady. I believe it was building, that one that you're pointing at.
Yeah. So, assuming that you barge in and you just kind of run straight up the stairs to the previous room in which you found them.
Correct. Yeah, I wouldn't think of going in quietly or anything.
You've got it. So you you rush in, you head up to the stairs, and you see the same table in which you previously had met them at, and it actually seems to be put together. When you left, you didn't scoot the chair in, you didn't move any of the stuff off the table. It's very clean. It's as if nothing had happened here.
You are suspicious.
I see if I see any inconspicuous. I have the chess piece, right? Because Darko.
You
Check
sure
your person.
don't.
Check your person.
I check my person.
And there is no chess piece.
Oh no! What a twist!
It's a tweets.
All
You're
right,
not sure if you lost it when you walked in or when you walked out.
but it's gone.
To your knowledge.
Well, I mean, I only read like a couple places where I was tagged, so I wouldn't even know if there was anything that happened. But anywho, I just know that he handed it to me at one point.
Oh. Yeah, it looked like a chess piece to me. It was not made of water.
Got it. I take out the ash, like the little thing of ash. Is this what you wanted, burned Asher? And I just shake it around.
You feel I wouldn't go as far as saying a gust, but a blow of wind kind of leading out the front doors in which you came.
I turn around to see if I see anything or notice or perceive anything.
You don't see anything, but you feel as if it's leading you further on, like out, like whatever it is you seek is not here.
Okay, I head out.
And as you do, you continue to feel this sense and trail heading out of the Quiet Sigil in which you arrived.
Got it. All right, I take out. I peace out. Later. I'm going.
Is there anything else? The rest of you, sorry, Naz is not there. Is there anything the rest of you guys would like to do while present in the Quiet Sigil? This is Stan's favorite place. He's been in this location for like 35% of his entire campaigns with me. So.
I'm just reading on the cart while I wait for Chosen One
So
to return.
I'm kind of like
enjoying all my new books.
I'm kind of like following up behind. Let's see what I want to say. Hey, Swindler. I think my soul is almost ready. Please, do not let me down. I'm on my final mission here. I can feel it. Please do not let me down.
Oh, you won't, but remember that you also have something for me, yes? Our last deal, it was savory. Those souls, the Count. I might want more. The last time you made a deal with him, you procured him about 200 or so. He didn't give you the exact number, but your last expedition was quite the killing spree of sorts.
Well, I must say, there are some mighty convincing figures in this group of mine right now, so I have no doubts we can accumulate. So,
Well, then I guess I'll keep watching and inform you of what's needed along the way. You know me, I won't know unless I see it.
over and out, good friend. And then I'm
Mean
gonna
well.
like walk up to Henry here. Hey, Cap, what's going on? Is it? I don't know what you mean. And I'm just gonna walk off.
Alistair, mate. You see what Darko just did?
Missed it.
You give me
Alright.
your Alistair gives me like Enigma vibes from Arkham. Like I was just like in and out of like what he's focused on, and then he just doesn't care about the rest.
I'm gonna at least read one chapter before we head out.
Henry does sneak behind Alistar while he's got his nose in the book, and he just grabs some grass underneath and just slowly like puts it on his head to see if he notices.
Nope.
He starts laughing and walks away. Alistar, don't change, mate. You need to lay off the
where are you all
grass,
going?
though.
Lay off the grass.
I noticed the grass fall off my head. Like, what the? Make me waste a whole minute using prestidigitation all over my body to make sure it's clean again.
So, as you guys, I'll just move your token over here. You guys were over here. As you guys were going about your day and gathering your belongings and heading back out and slowly going about leaving Quiet Sigil for the second time in the past, assumably a week and a half or so. What do you guys choose to do?
I mean,
Well, Henry is determined to get back to the Jolly Roger. He's got business back there, and he's got some business in town. So he's quite driven to get back. So he wants to keep everybody moving as fast as possible.
Okay.
Chosen one wants to go slap Shrewd in the face for the necklace not working.
Okay.
Can
We need to
He
head
feels
back. I
duped.
have 11 more books to add to my library.
Chosen
Marshall
one
just,
feels
like-
very, very duped.
can Darko
Damn.
keep that
We still didn't find that LVN lady.
Yeah.
Could be in the city, bro.
that
Gotta go to the city to check.
that like child that he saw on the side of the road when we were driving by? Can he kind of keep that person in the back of his mind when he's coming back into town?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So you'll kind of like keep on a watch for them?
Yeah.
You've got it. Yeah, actually, on that note, remind me when I say you guys are close to, heading back to your guys' turnout. You either remember and right away roll a perception or ask me and I'll remind you. But yeah, so as you guys are heading back and you guys are going about this, I'm assuming it's Alistar leading one of the carts and then who's
Henry
leading the other?
takes over the other one.
You got it. 1 second. Let me arrange your guys' way. And then who's sitting with who?
I'll be sitting with Alistar.
Marshall be with Henry.
All right.
And obviously my two faithful
I mate,
owlbears.
I mate, in all those adventures you had, you ever have any battles at sea?
Who are you asking?
No,
Sorry.
no, I sure
Oh.
haven't. Not much of a sea guy myself. A little bit of a landlubber.
Well, mate, I reckon we can change that. You ain't had a battle till the deck is bucking underneath you, mate.
I might throw up.
That's just the mark of a good seaman. It brings all the fish around. Easier for the rest to eat.
Okay, that's a bit weird, but all right.
It's called chumming, mate. You ever heard of it?
Makes a good point.
I don't believe I asked you, Mr. Sorcerer Man.
Real quick, because I didn't listen to you guys while I was listening to you guys. Who's sitting where again?
I don't know. I'm sitting within an
I'm
earshot.
by,
I suppose.
I'm with Alistair.
You're with Alistair. Got it.
Yeah.
Am I capable of driving while trying to read?
You can absolutely try.
I want to try it. Just like a word at a time while I'm also like holding the reins.
All right, and then the other three of you guys are Henry, Marsh, and Darko.
So excited about my new book. It's a very good story. I
You're
really like this. I'm
you're
just
like-
saying random shit to
You're
them.
like texting and driving.
Exactly.
But
And we'll find out how dangerous that is soon, I'm sure.
So, of said such, for you guys, for Henry, I need you to roll an animal handling check, please. And for Alistair, I need you to roll a perception check.
Oh.
I'm driving it hard to get back.
I can sort of see what's happening.
I can sort of see what's happening.
Speaking of chumming the waters,
Mm-hmm. So,
sounding like a maniac.
yeah, you guys. Well, let's just put it this way. As Henry is leading the pack because Alistair is distracted while reading his book, you're going at a bit slower paced, but you are a bit steadier. You're definitely going safer. By the time you actually decide to look up, Henry is so focused on getting back. You guys seem to be, well, I guess the word for it would be lost. Because you don't remember coming this way.
Shit.
Oh, meteors! This is amazing! I love this story!
Did all you guys get pulled or no?
Yeah.
I have a
Something's
green
loading.
Hasn't loaded yet.
Oh,
Still
okay.
loading for me.
You might.
Yeah, it
I don't
just
know if you have
says
three.
33%.
I see it.
Okay.
99%. Almost there. Except it's been there the whole time.
You guys might want to refresh.
What?
I don't know. Usually it's pretty
I'm
fast.
refreshing.
so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh.
Refresh it is.
Mine works.
Refresh.
Oh, of course. Mosh,
What?
kill it.
God's
Go in there and
hours.
DPS him.
So
I'm there.
as you guys arrive here, the horses kind of pull themselves. They're like, "Woo!" And they kind of go to a stop. They're kind of a little less eager to continue forward.
Can I make a check for like any sensing any like evil in the air?
Yeah, give me an insight check, sure.
I'm not paying enough attention and I'm still like whipping the horse, even though.
Okay.
Just
Chosen
keep
one.
going.
Chosen one. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, Darko. You sure feel like everything is evil now that Swindler's with you. And then you kind of hear like a voice in your head. Don't worry about that. It's me on occasion. The company I keep. Look at you, old pal. Oh my god, you guys are like back-to-back rolls.
I have 2 20s in a row. What's going on here? I used up all my good rolls for today.
It could have gone bad.
Henry's just talking to Marsh about, mate, it's so difficult to navigate when you can't see the shoreline. I reckon we're going the right way, though. What do you think?
As you guys head forward, you guys hear out the cart behind you guys, the horse kind of go. When you guys kind of like run into an incline and a tree stump that's sitting there, and you guys hear the birds kind of flutter out of there, and like a brief like shaking the tree from the initial pressure that you guys hit. And Henry, Marsh, and Darko all turn around to see the commotion as their horse abruptly stops. And Chosen One, you somehow didn't realize that you guys were going straight into a tree.
Yeah, I was just paying attention to Little Buck and Little Choke.
Oh, damn it! Reading while riding is so difficult. Let me fix this. We need to
Alistar.
reverse.
Chosen One think you know read book while we drive.
Is
I
it
heard
still-
there,
I did.
Is it
I
still
heard
midday?
there-
Well,
I
missed
heard
it.
there are a law for this. No reading and driving same time. Very dangerous.
I recognize no king and no laws.
Is it still midday?
Henry yells back.
Yeah, you're
Mates, you
probably like
seem to have
about
run
3
aground.
afternoon.
You've run
But we're
aground.
backing up. Don't worry. Backing. Reverse. Beep. Beep.
So as you go to do that, the horse is like fearful. Alistar, your horse is just like, it's like it's not wanting to agree with you. And then you kind of hear this like this creaking in like a tree, just like and then you see like just a sway above you, like
It's-
this shade.
The fucking tree's cousin.
Do we all
Piss
hear
that we
this?
never asked about its
Oh
cousin.
yeah, you guys all hear like, and then you guys hear this particular tree just kind of like creaking, and then you see like a heavy sway, but there's no heavy breeze hitting the rest of the trees.
I hop out pretty quick, and as I notice that, and I try to push the cart backwards.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Well, that
Marsh is
all of them
walking
are
up.
Would it be
Marsh is
strength
walking
or
up to see
athletics?
what's going on.
Athletics.
All right, cool.
While that
Marsh,
happens,
you come
Henry's gonna. Oh,
Mhm.
Marsh walked over. Never mind.
All right.
Sure. Ooh, that 8's nice. Yeah, you start pushing it back easy enough. We'll say you're like right here, and you're just kind of 1 second. You're really pushing because nobody else is helping you.
Yeah, no, I know.
No, I'll step out of the vehicle in this case and actually help him push it backwards. I
Whoa,
don't
whoa,
like
whoa!
that.
Wait! Did you guys just hear that? He said he's
I did.
actually
What?
gonna
I
did.
help.
I
Hold
did.
up!
I
Wait,
did.
Alistar, give
I'm
me a
gonna-
Did he
strength
just
check.
use
I
the
gotta
H
hear this.
word?
Wait,
Give me a
wait.
strength.
Hold
I
on.
mean
Oh,
athletics.
a tree move. They freak me out.
Say it
Let's-
one more
let's move
time.
something
Say
back.
it one more time. You're gonna help?
I will get off the cart and help push.
Chosen One is floored. He stops. He literally just stops, and he's like, "This first time I see you help."
Do not stop. That tree is moving. We must move this cart. Chosen One,
give me
push.
an athletics, Alistar.
There is God.
Do I even have athletics? Maybe he shouldn't even have that skill.
Oh, okay, an average. You're a general average individual. So yes, with Chosen One's 18 and your average across the board, you guys managed to push it safely about 10-15 feet out of the way. In which time I can then rotate it for you guys. You guys have to reposition yourselves on the cart because you guys aren't connected to it. As you guys
Alright.
readjust yourselves
I'll pop back on the
and
cart.
get ready to go back on, Marsh, give me a perception check. As Darko and Henry, you guys are just watching them get resituated as Marsh is still standing out there staring up at this tree that just croaked and made old man noises. Marsh, you've seen some shit. You know, through all your old age, it still shocks you that you don't see this shit coming before it happens. But you
Oh,
went
boy.
and walked on into a Trent farm.
Oh no.
And you know a Trent farm isn't always dangerous, but you guys just ran into what you assume to be a Trent. And usually they think things that hit them are lumbermen, and they don't like lumbermen. With that,
Mates, this is why
you
I
hear-
said the only good use for
Rats.
wood is a ship.
as you say that, Henry, you hear a real loud like a crack, like it's almost like uncertain in disagreement with you. And
Why
You
do we
just-
just always provoke
you
shit?
just see like orc moving in like a disagreement.
What are the odds that I was going to read my book and run into a tree?
Cap, you
I mean,
provoking
like-
the trees?
Like, it's a tree. What body damage can it do?
Oh,
We can't even
my
go.
friend.
I've
Oh,
had
you-
interactions with trees before that can
Henry has no idea what a Trent is.
Henry-
or
Oh,
any
you're in
witch.
for some shit.
all of your guys' horse, both of your horses are just like, like they're like whining in the sense that something's wrong. And it gets to the point where Henry, you on your cart, first you feel like the ground kind of move a little, and then you hear like a, and then you start hearing like a,
Oh my god.
and this thing starts kind of like, whoops, sorry, this one's supposed to move too. In that case,
one right next to us.
yeah, and I think I broke it because they were working and now they're not.
Cool, it can't move. It's
Perfect.
stuck.
I
Good.
told
Yeah, I
you
know.
trees can't move.
You guys might have got super lucky right now with me breaking it, but it's okay. I can fix it. Yeah, I broke it. Okay.
Oh my god.
We're going to bring it back to life. Quick, run! Meanwhile, while they come to life, I'm reading my book. Made from trees.
As he pulls his book up, I quietly put my hand down and say, Alistar, Chosen One think reading time over. We need to focus on what is about to come.
So as you're doing that, you
Learn
see
how
this
to
tree
do the
just kind of
trees.
like, and then you see this one, the one to your left, just start moving, and they kind of like create a barrier to prevent your cart. And then you see a little one, and you guys are currently being blocked ahead. Now, there's no aggressiveness, but they don't seem to intently let you guys pass.
Oh my god.
Hi, trees.
Can I notice?
Bloody blocking the path. Can you move a little bit? You just did. If you could move on a little back,
I hop off.
we'll get on our merry way and not be around here. What you
I
reckon
hop
about
off
that?
and go to the tree that we ran into, and I see if there's any like noticeable damage.
Okay. To this one. So you
Yeah.
do see that there's like some minor gashes. You know, I guess would be the proper word. Gashes with the where like some sap and seep might be bleeding out, that kind of thing. But probably like 2 feet, nothing crazy.
I go to look at it and I use healing word on it
Mm-hmm.
to heal it.
Okay.
Chosen One think we unintentionally hurt you. Your friends may be Mama and Daddy Tree protecting.
And that's you healing it? Okay.
God heal wound we inflict on tree.
You see the damage on the tree easily enough just kind of slowly mend itself as roots and new nutrition kind of like pop and grow, and you see like this hue of, what's your color? A spell color that you choose? Purple?
It was purple. Yeah,
Purple?
I believe it was purple.
So you
Yeah.
see this purple hue kind of like emitting as it's healing over, and the damage is gone. You hear like this croaking, just like, and it kind of like, this particular one kind of like does like a gesturing wave. Last time I had it wave, I broke it, so I'm not going to do it this time. But
Perfect.
But yeah,
Can
it seems to appreciate your good deed.
So,
Do I understand that like that they moved because of potentially, or can I infer that, or is that something that I would, again, like I do have wisdom, my intelligence is really low, but at least I might be. I don't know.
Your wisdom comes to believe that could be the reason. However,
Okay.
there were other things said and done. Darko, I believe it was you speaking, or was it Henry?
Yeah.
I wasn't
I
sure.
think it was.
no, I was just gonna ask if I know if these creatures, these trends, think and talk.
So, you do know that they do have a language.
Okay.
And
But
particularly,
you have to speak that language in order to communicate with them, correct?
yes, but particularly Marsh actually knows how to speak to them.
Marsh does? In Elven?
They do speak Elvish.
Okay. So Marsh just starts talking in Elvish then.
But
Just like
Darko, you do know that trees you can communicate with. You don't know the language yourself.
Okay.
But you have seen individuals communicate openly, travelers like yourselves, etc. You've been on carts where trees naturally protect some of the merchant mile and the trade routes
Okay.
throughout the woods, that kind of thing. But in this particular, I just thought about it because Marsh had actually mentioned that he speaks Elvish, and I didn't think of that all campaign. If he didn't mention it today, I wouldn't have even considered it. But you actually do know that the Trents do respond to Elvish quite well.
Old man, listen up. I know you speak Elvish, so trees, just talk your jib jab to the trees, and
it's a
they'll
beautiful
understand.
language.
Yeah, they'll understand though. So just let
Okay,
them know.
so he goes
Smaller
up
tree.
closer.
A smaller tree walks up toward Henry's cart in like a very slow gesturing way, and it's just kind of like hanging. There's no face or aspect to the front of these things. They almost like twist and twirl as they're moving to almost keep their bodies in a constant sense of untangled rotation with all their roots and vines. But go on, Henry. I mean, Marsh, sorry.
Marsh is just going. He goes, "Hey guys, we got a bit lost. We're just sort of making our way back home. We love the trees. Big fan of the trees. Got a talking one. No, wait, sorry. Marsh doesn't know that. Forget that. He just goes, love the trees. Do you think you could talk? So he's just talking to the little tree right now. He goes, you think you could talk to the two big fellas up there and let them move on, try to get them out the way so that we can get scooting along? You know, we just want to get out of your hair, get out of your leaves. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like you see it swaying, and it's just kind of like. You kind of hear Elvish spoken back to you, but you don't know where its vocals are coming from. But you hear it like
Sure.
almost in a sense of whistling or wind blows through different crevices of the tree entity itself.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear it saying, "I understand your struggle. However, the distaste of your company has us concerned."
Oh yeah, they're the worst. He goes, yeah, you know, I apologize for them. We're
Henry, I
new
need you to
traveling
make a strength check, a strength saving throw, as one of the branches get real low slowly in your direction. But go on, Marsh.
I just read my character sheet and I speak Elvish.
So Chosen One, unknown to yourself, you understand exactly what they're talking about.
Yeah, I have no idea why, but why I put that down as a language, but I guess I do.
So you don't know that trees speak Elvish, but this is your first time ever hearing trees speak Elvish. So this is something that you understand what they're saying, and you just kind of clicked that they're speaking Elvish. Everyone else only hears Marsh speaking Elvish and hearing the whistles and form back of said such.
Okay.
As this branch comes down toward Henry, you easily kind of on guard in your little vibe you do, and it kind of pulls back in like in a retractive way, as if it's reassessing what is happening.
Hey, you
Marsh
bloody
goes-
log, keep your paws off of me, you overgrown tree sap.
Marsh just puts
You
his
come
arm on
closer, I'll
Henry's
make a
shoulder,
tree.
and then not in a common, he goes, Henry, I love you, bud, but you gotta shut the fuck up for just like 2 seconds. We're about to get smashed by a bunch of trees, and I'm trying to really fix this for us. So if you could just chill out.
Cool your jets, Cap. Jesus Christ.
With that, you guys, this particular
the
one
whole
right
crew be
here,
against me. This be a mutiny.
this one you hear like a huge crunching and just like a kind of like its branches from swinging left and right, and you see it kind of like exposing and opening and moving, and you hear, "You pause now." All of you guys hear this in common. You pass now, and we forgive.
Yeah, we get the fuck out.
Oh, they
Yeah,
do
yeah,
speak
yeah.
Latin.
slapping those reins.
Chosen one think we leave.
You see,
Old
mates, all we had to
crossbowman.
do was threaten them with the blade.
Old crossbowman barter truce.
Yeah,
We
just
go.
make sure you don't run into them on the way out, okay?
I'm
So-
staying extremely attentive and keeping my eyes peeled everywhere and making sure every time Alistar lifts a book, I slap it down and I tape
Not
his.
lifting the book now. Are you kidding?
I slap it down and say, "You pay attention, chosen one. Make you pay attention." And I peel your eyelids back and I force your head forward.
Okay, strength check against all that.
Violent.
Ridiculous.
No, I do. Every time he does look to pull, I push my hand on his.
You make sure you're staying focused.
Yeah.
So, you guys head out of this this Trent farm, as Marsh would describe it, and you guys head on. You're not sure how you got lost there, but you finally get to the open air outside of the wood and forest canopy, and you see the farm about 2-3 miles off in the distance. Though, I believe your intentions were to head forward, unless you wish to detour.
Is there the crops still?
The crops have receded. There's probably like a straight fat mound of crops in front of it, like it originally was when you first visited, so to speak. Visited loosely with the term.
Alistar, you notice crops change after only 2 days?
What do you mean? So I didn't catch that. What changed in the crops?
It's receded.
They were huge. There was like tons, and then now there's like none, like it was when we originally came the first round.
Oh, that is very
And
interesting.
in short time, chosen one not understand how crops grow, but don't think they grow and recede that fast.
No, not at all.
This far.
There was nothing there of
interesting.
interest to us. No more carts, so we might as well head back.
Yes. Chosen one agree. There were good wine there, from what to remember, but chosen one no drink wine.
So,
Do we have enough space on the cart?
Sure.
You got 2 owlbears on there. Do we have space to put more barrels on the cart?
No.
I mean, in retrospect, there's always space on a cart. But in the hindsight of you guys arriving safely, probably not.
Probably not. Let's go.
So you guys finally make your way back to the Merchant Mile, and as you do, you guys see quite a few traders going about, passing. You guys, how long do you want to go about this before you do have to take
Making
some
me
kind
way
of
downtown
break because it's
with that
getting
cart.
late?
Out of character, I think I realized what is going on with the farm. So the crops are for a defensive mechanism, and when they are not there, the crops go up. When they are there, whomever is the crops recede.
Or it could be a change in time. Like, literally, it's 2 times.
Hey, who care about plants?
I'm just saying, like,
You
I think,
landlubbers and
I
your
think
plants.
whomever is the resident of this place is currently there. But I don't want to go find out. Just saying this.
So,
If March isn't pushing for it, then I think we're all cool to keep moving.
so
yeah.
you guys would, you guys are, let's just get the measurements out. Yeah, you guys are about 32-ish miles from your home.
Bernie,
You guys,
traders
And if we're going
camping?
and if
Or
we're
is
going
it
at
just
yeah,
20
you
miles,
guys can go another hex probably. Yeah, another
We're going
6
like-
miles before you have to try to take a break, and that'd be at the Wishbone.
okay.
You guys have just seen,
Yeah.
you guys have seen steady travelers as you guys head through. No one of peak interest for you guys. At least nothing that stood out. As you guys get to this point, it's a common, so to speak, common rest point. I don't have a map for it, so it's all going to be theater of the mind for this one. So as you arrive, you see 2 other wagons that are set aside, and they have little tents. Imagine Chosen One's best time camping. And they're going about setting up their establishments to stay for whatever prolonged amount of time. You guys do know that I just named it the Wishbone, so we'll just call it the Wishbone for now, because I kept saying like the split or whatever it may be. Looks like a
Sounds
Wishbone.
perfect. It's a perfect, great.
No,
it's a great name, Wishbone.
So
The
at
wish,
this
the Wishbone stay.
Yeah, there you go. At the
Golly.
Wishbone stay point, we'll call it.
May have
You do
some
know
expansion out
for
here.
those who have been on the Merchant Mile that this is a location in which merchants can sometimes prompt for multiple days at a time because they're either meeting somebody or they just try to do business with a high traffic location. You know, when you make a lot of lemonade, you need somewhere to sell it, and this is a common location for people to post up outside of town because you don't always see the same kind of populace as you do when you're in town set up. So you do see two, and one of them seems to sell like trinkets, little like decorative things, at least from your point of view. From what you can see, they seem to be made of glassware, some stone, some neat wood carvings, etc. And then the other one seems to be a general goods. You see immediately out front different kind of tent supplies. You see rope, you see bags, backpacks, knapsacks, canteens, etc. Both groups, one of them is human, a family of humans. The gentleman is the one setting it up, and it would seem to be his wife and two younger individual kin. And then the other is a dwarven family. There are
Which
two
one
dwarfs,
is selling
and they
which?
seem very old. The dwarves seem to be the general good, and the trinkets and oddities seem to be the human family of four.
I go over to the dwarf's wares and just inspect the dwarf's wares and stuff.
Henry's gonna follow him.
I'm with. We're doing it.
Okay. The other two, Darko and
I'm gonna walk over to the family and kind of like suspiciously glance at the children a little bit.
okay.
Let's take a look.
All right, Marsh,
what's
what do you?
going on.
Marsh.
We're back.
See what's
Marsh is going
on.
up to the Marsh is going up to the human family as well, and he's gonna just start talking to Luann. He's like, "Yeah, Luann, that looks like some good stuff." Oh boy!
As you say that, and you're approaching with Darko, the female, the mother of the human family, she kind of looks. If you don't mind me asking, which one of you are Luann? And she looks between Darko and Marsh.
I pull out Luann with a flourish, like.
She kind of looks taken back by an armament, and she's just like She looks toward her children who are like poking their head out in curiosity. She's like, "Stay inside. Take a look at our wares, and I hope that's safety locked." And she goes about and she scuttles back as you speak,
like,
whatever you wish to say.
He goes, "Luann, don't take that as an insult. I know you're never safety locked." And I just like stick her
She
back.
kind of shivers as she's like, turning her back. She's like, "Oh." And then the husband approaches. Hey, what can I offer you guys? I mean, just a family little hobby, some trinkets, some wares, maybe flip it in another town nearby.
Family business, huh?
On occasion, move down to town. I'm trying to make our way to Brimel, and if you've been there, it's not a quick trip.
Yeah.
Darko and Marsh, you guys know that Brimel is near.
Mirror?
Like there. Sorry.
Oh.
You're a long way off, friend.
Well, yeah, that's part of the idea. We're trying to sell enough to get there. Prosperity waits. At least that's what the promise is.
Marsh takes out one of the gems that Henry gave him and starts flipping it through his fingers.
He sees it, but he's listening to Darko.
I see you got little ones. Little children.
Yeah.
I had some of my own.
My God.
Oh no.
They're not with you, or else I'd offer mine to play, but you definitely seem to be lacking in said such. He looks over at the other group that's heading toward the dwarves.
Yeah. No children with us.
Yep.
How old the little ones?
Well,
no.
one of them is hitting 7 now, and the other is 12 and quite capable.
Oh, 12.
Yes.
Okay. You guys,
Too old for Darko.
you guys, practice any religion? You guys believe in a god? Anything like that?
Well, he kind of like leans in and, are you asking to hang out because my wife She's quite odd, I understand. He's-
I just wanted to.
You meant literally. Oh, well, we don't quite follow one.
Oh,
We kind of just make our way, and I'd rather not curse the gods and be cursed further.
absolutely was. It just so happens I am a man of the word. So here you go. And I'm going to hand him the flyer and the trading card for the Jolly Roger. Now, what we have here is the chosen one, my good sir.
This is. Thank you. He's like looking at this paper, and he's like almost uncertain what to do with it. He's just kind of like checking out your flyer, like.
I tell you what.
I see the squibbling. Very good use of colors.
I tell you what, my friend. Did he say he was like going to permanently go to that other city, or just to like?
It would
visit?
seem that it would seem so that he aims to settle and gain fortune.
Okay. Now on that trading card, did we include any of like information about the chosen one and why? I mean, I'm assuming I did, right? Just created like
you guys can
Okay.
You can send me what it is you put on it, and then
Okay.
we'll make a mock-up. So we have
so
a
for the
visual
so for the
representation.
trading card, there's more basic information about the chosen one and why we're following him than was on the original like crude drawing flyer. So I'm gonna tell him, hey, you take this with you to your newfangled Diggle city and spread the word for me. All right, you read those words and you tell me that they don't make sense. So look at my friend over here. Look at my friend. I'm gonna point at him. Tell me that doesn't look like the man of the word.
And are you pointing at Alistar or at the chosen one?
No, pointing at Chosen.
Oh, sorry, at Marshall. Okay, got it. Chosen when you're pointing in the direction, and he looks over. He goes, he's like holding it. I'm assuming the colors match the individual you speak of.
That's right. We travel with him.
Your detail is impeccable.
He's like the Roman Pope.
I don't know who the Roman Pope is, but I'll trust you. I thank you. And he
Do
goes.
we hear?
He
Do we
settles.
hear that he's getting this this
You
trading
hear a
card
couple.
away?
I think we're
you,
too far away.
You hear a couple like random flourish announcements where he's being a little louder about something, and
Got it.
he's
So
But we
the
don't
kiddo-
hear that he's giving the chosen trading cards away for free.
No, you don't hear that. You just hear him blessing it. But you do see an exchange where when you give him the card, he goes down and like scrubs up some of these like trinkets and whatnot and hands them forward and goes, "Oh, hopefully this will accommodate your effort in this."
Yeah. Now the kiddos, have they been exposed to the word?
Exposed.
I will show them these and see what they think.
Would you care if I talked about it with them myself?
Perhaps when we in the evening when we all before slumber usually have a feast with the other trading carts, and seeing that you are here, perhaps
Perfect.
we
We'll
can.
set up camp over there. And then I'm just gonna immediately like walk off and go like start to set up camp.
Marsh is gonna stay there and keep looking around at all their different trinkets, just to keep an eye out for anything that looks like it would be a good like bedazzle for Luann. Like I'm trying to get her a new earring, basically.
Gotcha.
Or like a tennis bracelet.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Meanwhile, with the rest of you guys as you guys approach, Henry went on inquiring about a glass tank for fish, particularly, and the dwarf kind of, you're looking for some glass, and I tell you, glass is a bit heavy, so we don't have any here, as it's also fragile. So heavy and fragile, you kind of get with what I'm going at. But if you got some sand, I could bring on my cart to your location and establishment and spruce something up for you, if you know what I'm saying.
Mate, and I reckon you know how to manufacture sand.
A sign.
I'm sorry, glass from sand. If we provide you glass.
If you provide me the sand.
Mate, it's been a
Give
long
me the
day.
glass, get the sand.
It's been a long day.
I understand. It's a art. Not everyone understands the process. It's sand first, and then fire, and then equipment that I have here on my cart, and then the glass in which you desire. Shape usually given to what we have to work with, but glass panes are very common. Sometimes some stained. Everyone likes a little color in their life. Just get some nearby local floral color
You
petals,
say.
and we
What kind of stains can you do?
any local flora dye. So if you got a blue flower, we crush it up and disperse it evenly, and it creates this unique stain to it.
What about black?
I reckon that with enough soot, perhaps, we might be able to muster something easy enough to get. Just burn some logs.
Mate, I reckon I got a job for you then. Not only do I want to commission you for a tank, you say you can do a giant stained glass with black.
I reckon it'd be possible if we got the material and the space for it. Yes.
Oh, mate, I happen to own a Jolly Roger Tavern, and I imagine a giant stained glass of black with a jolly in it would be brilliant.
When you mention that you own a tavern, his eyes kind of like light up, and he's like, Mildred! And he kind of calls over his wife, and Mildred comes over. Yes, dear. I hear them saying that they own a tavern. Yeah, and they want us to do some work with them. Apparently some black stained glass and some panes and some about a fish tank. Oh dear, a fish tank, how fun. Perhaps any internal decorations?
Well, I reckon I don't know what you mean.
Oh goody, I'll just put some together and I'll see what you say. And she runs off and you hear her pop into the cart and you just hear a bunch of like miscellaneous things tinkering against each other. Give me time to set up a display. And he's like, don't mind her. She gets a little excited when opportunity comes a knocking, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I reckon,
mate, I'm much the same way.
Opportunity is here, and I'm interested if you are interested in my prices, of course.
What be your going rate, mate?
Well, I don't know the size in which you are thinking of, but for an average window, we're talking about a 5x5 or something on that marker. Probably about 3 silver a piece.
Mate, I reckon we got a deal. I want you to follow me to my tavern. And here's a prepayment. He slowly hands over 1 gem to him. I want you to go crazy, mate.
You see him like go, Mildred, we've got a Foley. And you guys don't know what that means, but Mildred stops what she's doing and she's like, a Foley. And she runs over and she sees this gem and she's like, I'll go take this too. And she runs off and she goes in there and you see her like looking in a chest for some equipment and you see her put on some kind of optical glasses and you see her like throw half of her forward into the back and she's like messing with some stuff and he's like, how we looking over there, Mildred? Like we're aces. Count yourself a deal and I'll follow you in the morning. We're looking to set up some camp and enjoy us for some grub. Perhaps we can talk details then. And he looks over at the rest of your group. And for the rest of you, fancy anything you might be looking for?
Chosen one.
Could use some rope and tent.
Oh, one at a
Sorry,
time. One at a time.
What do you want, Chosen?
Alistair, you seem to like to talk over people. You go first.
This is true. It is a common courtesy, but I do not care. For Alistair has all the knowledge that he should share. And it should rhyme, because that makes it more fun. We are in need of tents. We're hardly camping. Everyone's just sleeping on the ground over there. Do you have some additional that you could sell to us?
Absolutely. Are you looking for, say, perhaps a couple or custom fit this big fella here? You might need 2 of my tents.
Just 2 simple 2-person tents should be fine for us.
I see it. You saying the word 2, but then I see big fellas really big green fingers saying 3. So don't mind me if I'm trying to understand what you're really looking for.
Chosen one, who's in charge here?
Chosen one in charge.
Marsh from across the area just goes, "Yes, the chosen one. That's his thing."
He's right. He's in charge. I tap him on the shoulder and then I walk away.
I tell you what, I'll give you 3, and we'll set up the fire camp in the center for everyone to enjoy.
Chosen one agree with this. Chosen one appreciate you. Chosen one think we need more followers. You come, Captain Man here, say that you come and work on tavern. I think you stay for a long time.
Well, I'm not looking to live anywhere, but if work keeps me busy enough, I absolutely have no fault in hanging out.
Chosen one think we need people like you to have wares ready for us. You stay, we pay.
We'll continue our business conversations as we see what we have moving forward.
Yes.
As you guys are
Chosen
talking,
one
you
agree.
guys, as you guys are talking, you guys hear like this flame just kind of appear at the center location, in which looks to be the normal bonfire spot, and Darko seems to try to be rushing the festivities in eagerness. But meanwhile, Henry, Mildred responds, "Oh, are you certain? Because I can, I may get a little carried away, but I take no fault to my own designs. So I will present to you a flurry of options and a soft logo, perhaps. Allow me to see the establishment, and then permits me to design something then."
Aye, we be of an accord. He spits on his hand and offers it out.
She gets like a little cloth, and she kind of covers it and like reaches it out to shake your hand. She's like, "Of course."
And he's like, bah! Ah!
She has a hard grip, so when you make contact, she doesn't like fling around. She kind of like holds it at a stern, and she just very, very womanly just shakes your hand without the hype. But absolutely.
Henry gives her just like a slight like shock look,
I walk
and
over
and then wanders back.
I go over to
Wish you a proper
humans'
night.
tent or place and check out their wares. Similar to like Marsh, I just look to see if anything like sticks out to me that would be like either a calling of my gods, because still searching for something. And since there's trinkets, it's like I'm assuming they pick up stuff that looks interesting to sell.
Absolutely. So for Marsh, because he rolled a 7, go ahead and get chosen one. Go ahead and roll me a perception. For Marsh, you see 3 things that stand out to you. For some reason, they stand out more than the rest. One of them looks like an arrowhead of some kind of ancient weapon. You've never seen it before. You don't know if it was handmade. You don't know if it was found this way. You don't even know if it's really an arrowhead. But it looks very sharp. And upon inspection and touching it, you imagine shooting it would be fun. But there's only one. You also see 2 other things. One of them seems to be like a anklet of sorts, and it has crude gemstones in it. Crude as in them being very dirty, more than they're not polished. There's not a real high shine to it. And then the other one being not so crude, and it's not gemstones. It's more like river stones or like sea glass, depending on how you depict it as Marsh.
Okay.
For the chosen one, as you see Marsh looking at the worst of the pick, like he's looking at the least distinguished pieces for some reason. There's like all this beauty around it. He's like focused on these tiny little nonchalant things.
Crossbow man know what he like, and he like bad stuff.
I like old stuff.
You see 2 shiny things. You see one. It seems to be a bracelet. It's a chain bracelet. It looks to have these like imbued hearts, like wireframes of hearts, about 6 of them connected together in like a chain. And you can see that they would create a bracelet. And then it looks very well made. It's very clean. It has like a decent shine to it. It looks like it was recently buffed. It's as if they care for these particular items a bit more often than the rest. You also see a very neatly folded. You can only depict it as a napkin. To a gentleman of sorts, it would be a handkerchief, but to you, it's a cloth, and it has an intricate design of like a desert theme. It has like a depiction of cactus flora, something you've seen but you've seen in a home more than you've actually seen in the wild. But you are familiar with some essence of it. And then you see one other item, and it looks to be like a flute of some sort. It's almost as if it was meant to be a flute, but where the holes lie, you're not quite certain where the intake and the output is, so to speak.
Chosen one no understand cloth. Why sell something you use to wipe your underarms with?
Well, sir, if I may say, it's not necessarily a cloth, as it is a ever-cleaning cloth.
Ever-cleaning cloth?
You look like you've had a rough time. Is that dirt by chance on your hand? And he points at like somewhere on your hand where it has dirt, but you can choose whether or not to agree. Well, now look here. He picks it up and he kind of like
part of chosen one.
Well, let's just see about that now, shall we? And he grabs it and he like goes and rubs it in that zone, and as he pulls away, it is the greenest it's ever been. Like that is like now you have like a sunspot of green, like you've never seen clean like that since you last took an actual bath.
Interesting item. Chosen one no sure why he want to clean stuff, but that interesting. What is this heart bracelet thing?
Now you see this one's quite interesting. We found it excavating. Now, I'd tell you where, but we're not supposed to be there, so we'll just say it's somewhere where others aren't supposed to be. And last time I put it on, I felt a bit more connected with my significant, and he looks over at his wife in the distance.
Yes, chosen one think he need this for his two-brain lady.
Two-brain lady?
Yes, chosen one marry two-brain lady.
I'd like to see what a two-brain lady looks like. Very interesting.
She very beautiful.
I will take it.
Can Henry wander up at that time?
Absolutely.
All right, mate. She got two brains, if you know what I mean. He slaps Chosen on the back, and then he like mimes.
I see. Well, fella, she will absolutely adore this, I think.
Yes. And then last item that caught chosen one eye is I forgot what you said. It was
It was like a beat up musical. Well, not a beat up.
Yeah, it was like a flute that had
flute.
Yeah. This flute item.
Well,
what do flute item do?
So they tell me it is a flute, but it's a flute of the Sylvanland, and I've never been there myself. But they say they're awfully odd folk, and the music they play has a purpose. But I've never heard it myself, and never been able to really figure this one out.
Chosen one think he want. Well, how much for all three?
Oh, big fella, I'll cut you a deal. You know what? If your friend here wants something and he looks at Marsh, he can have it. And he sees what Marsh is like looking upon.
Oh, God.
And perhaps your explanatory friend here, and he points at Henry, might want to gain some benefits. But I will say, for what is of current in this current lot in which you're looking at, I'd offer it for, say 20 gold.
Chosen one have deal. You need food and water for travel?
Not so much. We seem to be doing okay on our hearts, but I appreciate the barter.
Marsh just takes the gem that he's been flicking through his fingers, and he just sort of flicks it at him without looking, and picks up the arrowhead thing.
Okay.
And walks
as
off.
you flick it at him, he like taps it. He's just like,
Chosen one think friend pay for all of it, and he just picks up the items.
He's like, as you guys are like kind of taking, he's kind of looking at it. He's almost confused. Yeah, I think we can agree with that. Not a problem. And you kind of like
Chosen one
pocket the
agree.
gem.
And Chosen One immediately takes the cloth and starts rubbing his arm with it.
Yeah, almost anywhere you're dirty, you miraculously become clean, and on the cloth there seems to be not.
You like rub my face, like my
Yeah.
unders, like everything.
Like-
I start cleaning my whole self just right there
You
because I'm
guys-
so
you guys-
interested in it.
You guys see Chosen One with like with a napkin that's probably like a handkerchief that's as big as his like hand. He's just like rubbing it like slowly across his like he's like power scrubbing himself
Like
with like a
on
little
my,
magic
and I try
eraser.
it on my armor too, and I try to like do it on like hammer and everything, and see if it works on like my inanimate objects as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool, perfect. I pocket that. And
Henry
then,
reaches out and grabs the flute. I'm like, you reckon you know how to play this?
Chosen One know how to play. Give
March
here.
knows. Hold on a second.
He starts like twirling it through his fingers there.
You're not sure whether or not you believe him, but Chosen One sounds confident.
I take it. I literally grab it from you and I start trying to play it.
Okay.
Chosen One play best song you ever heard.
Take it away then, mate.
Marsh takes out his viol and starts playing along, trying to make it sound like an actual song.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a performance check and let's see if you can go into sync with the Chosen One.
Okay.
I'll take a 14.
Let's see
know
what Marsh throws out there with you. Let's see if this helps or hinders.
Hopefully he rolls a nat 20.
Hold on, sorry.
I mean, the
keep
14,
clicking.
the 18 was the highest outside of the nat 20s, and then the 14 has been the highest since. So. Oh, and by the way, guys, I figured out how to find their dice statistics, so I'm going to look at that. Chosen One, you're not sure which holds the hold or whatever. You're kind of really trying to figure it out, but it
I
sounds
play hot
pretty
cross
decent.
buns.
Yeah, there you go. It sounds decent as Marsh starts following suit, and Marsh really picks up majority of the weight in the sense of its pace, but you guys gave off quite a decent melody. Henry, you're a bit taken back by it.
Oh, I haven't heard music this good since I was aboard the old Jolly. Reminds me of a
Chosen
shanty
One.
I heard once.
Chosen One play many instrument in choir as boy. With mom at church. And he pockets it. Proud of himself. And he looks at Marsh. He kind of like winks at him like, thanks for taking making it sound good.
Okay. With that, assuming you guys are walking away, Henry,
Yeah,
let's say
I'm
that
gonna
you
step away for
hesitated
just a
before leaving as they were going to enjoy their expenditures, and the human gentleman goes, "Sir, perhaps this might aid you and your fellows there with their newly acquired instruments." And he passes you three pages that seem to have some kind of writing upon it. And as you're reading it, they seem to be like little folk songs.
Well, I ain't been
Start
much
a
for
jam.
singing,
We can
but-
start a band at the Jolly Roger.
But I do reckon this might be of use. Fish in the
on
sea.
the house.
I'm familiar with this one. Come on, you sailormen, listen to me. I know, I love this one. Sing you a song of the fish in the sea. He starts humming along as he walks away.
As you do, you feel like a little I don't know, over enjoyment enter your soul. You're just like, I haven't felt this good in a while. As you hum to yourself the scriptures in which you're reading.
It feels like I'm back on the Jolly. Haven't had this feeling in a while.
So, do you guys wish to have any conversations amongst each other before going into the evening event?
Oh, Darko and I are talking. I was just telling him about the book, basically. I was like, oh, you'll like this book. It's about a boy. And,
Well, you do know that it seems to be true.
and it's a history book,
No.
non-fiction.
All right, hand it over, Bookman. I'll give this one a try.
You should definitely read it. You'll enjoy. I give him the
So in chapter 2, assuming that you already shared chapter 1 with Darko,
I did.
chapter 2, as Darko goes about reading it for a brief time, it speaks of how the boy was forgotten, but the location was named the Overgrown Coast. In doing so, the reason for its naming was because after the boy disappeared, non-ending growth appeared and continues to consume the land in which is claimed to be the location of the boy's disappearance. Now, there's a side note on the page, on the pages of the second chapter, kind of like written on the ends in like small scribbling. And let me check what languages you know real quick because I never remember. You do make out what this says, and it's in Goblin. And what it says is, the king once knew where and why. ...
Overgrown coast. Plant demon.
See, it is a good one. I knew you'd enjoy it.
Yeah, you're talking about a plant demon.
Do I see?
Bookman, I have a question. Do you know Goblin?
I do.
What do you dig is the meaning of this?
King once knew where and why. We probably need to read further to get more context of who was the king at this time.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, you don't want to read it yourself? All right, then I'll keep reading myself.
Give
It's
me
very
the Cliff Note.
Cliff Notes now canon too. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll keep reading. I'm on chapter 3.
All right, we'll get to chapter 3 later. Real quick, let me go grab a beer. You guys do some quick RP, discuss what it is you guys have plans for moving forward. Obviously, your guys' next stop seems to be the Jolly Roger after whatever occurs this evening. And then, just so that we have some kind of plans and direction for what I can prep for you guys.
Cool.
Chosen, I see you got 3 tents. Well done. Can we set them up?
Hi, Chosen. You reckon you can play that
Yes.
melody again?
Chosen one only play once. If you do not hear first time, you never hear again.
Oh, mate, that's a disappointment. I was thinking of joining you.
Marsh
Mars
would
mate.
just take out his viol and start playing again. He would remember it,
no.
probably.
I didn't know you played an instrument, Marsh. That's impressive.
I throw out the tents to let everyone start picking up, putting up their respective tents. I start putting up mine.
Henry asks Mars, Mars, mate, you reckon you could teach me a few of those tunes? If you had enough time.
Of course I can, young man. He goes, anybody can pick up an instrument. It's just a matter of attitude, You gotta want to play. As he says all this while he's still playing his viol.
Okay.
Do we have mugs or anything, or are we just drinking out like
I'm
water
assuming you
skins?
guys took supplies. But
Okay,
you guys,
so let's say we're
own a
drinking out
tavern,
mugs.
so I don't know.
I'm gonna make a big chunk of water taste like beer, and I'm gonna start passing around. Here, have some beer. It's some of my special light beer. I think we should cheers to your friend Naza, who really did save the day. I'd love to hear more about her if you have some time, Marsh.
Okay.
Chosen
Marsh.
agrees after he's
When
done.
Marsh starts, Henry's gonna ask too. You reckon I can play around with your what'd you call it again?
Hey, my viol.
You mind if I play around with your viol? See if I can pick a melody.
Goes, of course, no problem. He just hands him his instrument and gives
Give
it to
me
him.
a performance check with advantage. So, go ahead and drop a story on us, Marsh.
Okay. Well, about 15 years ago, I was in the middle of a bit of a scrap between about 200 men in about 50 men, and I want you to guess which side I was on, Henry. That's right, the 50 men side.
I didn't imagine any other way. But clink, 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 but
And he goes, good job, Henry. You're a natural at this. And he goes, well, my boss hired Naza to come in and give us a hand. Well, if I didn't know any better, she single-handedly moved that fight in our favor, and ever since then, I've been real impressed with their work ethic. As tieflings, they get a lot of flack. And I don't want to make it a racial thing, but tieflings are, never met a tiefling that I didn't love. That's all I've got to say. Love tieflings, and but so you can tell he's getting like uncomfortable as he's like trying to tell the story, and he goes, anyway, she's a real sneaky bitch, and she just goes in there and just starts murdering these guys, and that gives all my boys all the inspiration they need. They go, we're not gonna let some tiefling chick show us up, and they run in there, and they start blasting. And I got Luann, and we're just going to town. And, I got to say, I killed probably 25, 30 people that day. And, pretty good. Good day. All thanks to Naza. Really worked out for our favor.
Chosen One no think he understand Naza more than he did before their story. Chosen One, in fact, appreciated Naza no more and no less.
That's exactly the vibe I wanted you to get. She's a complicated lady.
I wish this beer was real and actually got me drunk. Thank you for sharing. We honor her with your story.
With that, I pull out the book. What was it called? The Beginning?
Beginning of it all. Start of it all.
The start of it all, yeah. Where is it? Yeah, start of it all.
Mm-hmm.
I pull it out and start reading it as much and as best as I can.
You've got it. All right. So the start of it all covers the basics of what made this region of LIVA come to be. The story so far begins with 12. Now I use this word loosely because you don't understand what you're reading.
No, not at all.
So you depict it as such. Now I'm going to tell you the story straightforward, and you can decide what it is or isn't, what's true and true not. Anyone else obviously doesn't really know because they haven't read the book, but this is what you're understanding it as. It's the story of 12 monks that came to this land seeking the darkness that was preventing anything from thriving here. It was a large land of shadow. These 12 monks were never seen, but light was brought, and one time, far, far after, new settlers appeared. That is what your first chapter covers.
12 chosen ones. I think chosen one need to find other chosen ones, and we go fight darkness. Or...
Is he saying all this out loud?
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, I say it all out loud. I'm saying it all out loud. Or...
the hell are you talking about, big fella?
This have nothing to do with now. Just story.
He's practicing reading. Try to ignore.
Oh, okay.
It's not a children's book, but he's doing his best.
Chosen one like good story. Maybe 12 monks. Something. This book confusing. I close it. And I put it away.
All right.
Are any of my books picture books so that I can give one to Chosen?
None of your books are picture books.
Alright, darn.
But I will let you know when there's a picture book.
Okay, cool.
Everyone seems to, the other two families arrive at the campfire that has been set up. The human family with their two kids arrive, and they sit down, and the two kids start to play amongst the right outside the vicinity of the fire, throwing stuff into it, watch it burn, that kind of thing. The two dwarves, the wife Mildred, she seems to be working on some stuff, even though she came over. She has a very early era TV tray in front of her, and she's working on top of it, kind of going about whatever it is that she's doing. And the husband is kind of bringing over some meats, and he's tossing it over in a spit roast fashion, and he's cooking it, and he's well, I'll go ahead and take care of this for all of you guys, don't you worry, but do share some intriguing tales or gossip or knowledge in which you think we may all benefit at this wishbone.
Can I tell you said the kids are just outside of the vicinity of the fire?
They're playing around. It's safely, but they're chucking shit in there because they're kids.
Okay, so I'm more or less not really going to be paying attention to what's happening at the fire. I'm going to be kind of keeping them in my peripheral, seeing what they're doing.
Okay. You see one of them playing willy-nilly. One of them straight up is just, oblivious to the world. But the other, they're walking, and you kind of when you go and look at them, you start at their feet and you size them up. And as you're moving your way up, you see them reach down and pick up a stone. And as they do, they look in your direction, and you see a glistening white kind of shine go over their eyes, as if headlight hit a glass and then went away. And he smiles at you. He looks like the exact same kid you saw right outside the forest entrance to the Jolly Roger. And he's wait, I know you. You're the one on the cart. Dad, this is the one. Yeah. Yeah, he started a cult, and then he tried to kill himself, and then hold on, let me go get my books. And he runs off to their wagon, which is about 40 to 60 feet or so away from this. What do you usually do in that time?
Well, I don't really know. I think he might have me mistaken for somebody else. I'm not too sure what he's talking about there.
Oh, I mean, my son, he reads a lot, so he could be. I can't imagine any picture being in there properly depicting, but I guess we'll see. He looks a little uneasy over it all, but you can see that he's hopeful in his eyes.
So I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna take my my lamp staff and I'm just gonna kind of put it into the ground. And be well, if you don't mind, when is it a boy or a girl? It's a boy, right?
It's a boy.
It's a boy. Mm-hmm. When the little fella gets back, we'll walk him through. So since he seems to like religion so much, we'll walk him through some stuff. I'll show him a thing or two. How's that sound?
So, Darko, I need you to type in the name of your manifesto and put it in the chat, please.
Manifesto?
We all know you wrote a book before trying to kill yourself.
Oh, I'll miss that.
He absolutely would be the type who wrote a manifesto.
We're all learning a lot today.
Chosen One, tell a story of how he became Chosen One.
Oh yeah, I'd love to hear that. You depict yourself as such. I'd love to know what more about you that made you so big and green, my good friend.
Chosen One always big and green from when he little man or little orc.
He looks at
Little
Mildred.
half-orc.
That must have been painful, huh? She giggles to herself.
Chosen One heard tale, not a pretty tale he want to repeat for each group.
Oh yeah,
especially with children.
Give us the detail part. But what brought you here?
Ooh. Here? We coming back from adventure where we got ass handed to us by fire demon.
Did it come toasty?
It was very warm. But chosen one saved day. It all good.
Well, I mean, big fella, if there's anything that will save the day, it'll be this hearty roast I got here just spitting about. And he's just kind of like rotating it. And you guys haven't even like really taken the time to address what's been cooking. It's not a pig.
Yeah. What does it look like?
So it's large, but it's not like bloated, if that would make sense. It's more like a like big boned or big bodied in a full aspect point of view. It's a bit blocky. It has the shape of like half of a like the, you know how like a horse's abdomen is like that perfect rectangular shape. It's not like beat up or off sense. It's like that kind of shape. But instead of like its long legs or its horse head or a little tail, instead there's no tail, and it has very stubby legs. And for the head, you actually see it to be kind of like a mix between what could be or should be potentially a proper wolf to like more of a misfigured, lack of a better descriptor, like a misfigured ant, so to speak, in the sense of its hard exterior carcass. Its head is more exterior in that carcass-esque, without the oval shape or anything. It's more boarish, so it gives the sense of a pig until you guys really took a look at it. But it seems to be almost two things instead of one.
Yum.
That is delicious.
Oh yes, this millibore will truly fill your soul. It's not my precious cash, but 2 days, and he slaps it. And hot. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, I haven't had a hot meal in a week, so sounds good to me.
Wonderful. The little boy comes up. Here it is. Yeah. And he puts it out, and Darko, your heart sinks. You see none other than the Darko Knight, written in Dwarvish, assumably, in its original tongue. And he's like, yeah, right here. He runs up to you directly, and he like puts himself like buddy up to you. He's like, yeah, like he's next to like his like idol right now. You see that you feel this embodiment when he gets close to you. You kind of get this like boom, like religion is back on, if that makes sense. When you used to have followers, you felt this power. You feel this. You don't feel that same power, but you feel that ignition with this kid arriving to your side. And he busts out your book, and it's the original Dwarven text.
Okay, and so I don't get any. So I mean, by what you're describing is like I don't get bad vibes from this kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like all.
You feel like
things,
you
right?
feel like you just got relit. Like your Kindle is a Kindling.
So I'm because I'm gonna be like holding on to the like the lamp that I have,
torch.
like the torch
Mm-hmm.
lamp that I have, and I'm gonna like slowly let go, and I'm gonna be like. Tell me, little fellow, what have you read?
Oh, well, I mean, Dad? And he's like, just make sure that it doesn't bother your sibling. Oh, of course. I've been telling him all about it. So he gets excited, and he starts flipping through the pages, and he stops at chapter 3. Chapter 3 for you was the death of one's heart. You knew that you were that basically this entire manifesto is the story of how you started it, what you did with it, and how you planned to end it. And that being the following of what happened with all of your leaders and yourself. Your last page written in this text was the day you tried to kill yourself and failed. In which then you purposefully left this, took this to go get published because you're like, well, fuck it, if I'm going to die. If I can't die, everyone has to hear you know what I mean? Like, I already wrote it all, that kind of thing. You expected someone to find it, but you were the one to find your own writing, basically. You woke up and found your own manifesto pissed. But chapter 3 was about how to kill the heart inside, because death is not the deepest and darkest thing that you preached or that you taught. The deepest and darkest thing was how to destroy the heart you had so you can live on without the urges of helping and putting yourself in jeopardy of those you love. It was a way of separating yourself from the immediate desires that you once had. And he starts going into descriptors, and he's just like, and then, I mean, you had some rudimentary. That was in the book too. Big words. But this rudimentary method here stated that sometimes a dagger works, and my dad didn't like that concept when I mentioned it. But he then suggests that another method is to stay in the dark and tell yourself you don't need them, and that one's been working. He looks like glaringly in the direction of his younger sibling.
Oh, you've really been taking this to heart. I mean, I think you might have some fresh ideas. Say, little fella, do you think that you and your parents over there might want to tag along with us, so I might be able to use you and groom you to be able to do the things that I did?
He's like took in awe, and he's just like, Dad, did you just hear that? And he's like, what would you say you did? I don't read Dorvish, and how my son, I don't even know. But nonetheless, what would you say your previous profession seemed to be?
I was a leader of people, you could say. We all had
he kind of like eases up a little with those words.
We all had a shared interest, and we were seeking a common goal, you could say. And at the end of the day, it worked out for them. Maybe not for me, but it worked out for them. And that's that's all I care about is my people. And that's why I'm welcoming you guys into our family right now. And your son is obviously a gifted child. And trust me, ask all these people around me. Those words do not come lightly.
I mean, a leader, it sounds like an honorable fellowship. He looks at his son, and he tells his wife, I don't know what and she's like, she's just like bobbleheading, like, my son is amazing, like you just made it sound like she has like a golden kid in front of her, you know what I mean? And she's holding in, brushing the hair of the other one. And yeah, I mean, the kid, like, he holds up like this little this feather pen, and it looks like it was just freshly dipped in an ink ribbon, and he's like, could you sign it?
Yeah, well, tell me, son, what is your name?
Well, in Dorvish, I actually was motivated by the way you guys go about calling yourselves, so if you wouldn't mind, the Keeper of Tome.
100%.
And so he says the Keeper of Tome.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time you haven't heard this phrase in a long time. You wrote it in this book, but you only wrote it once in the entire book. You don't even remember that you wrote it until he mentions it, and you remember that you wrote it so specifically for the one person to find it, to be meant to see it. You had this way of going about your work where you left clues behind to see who really paid attention. Because you never felt like you were achieving what you wanted. I mean, you did a lot of great fucking things. But you try to kill yourself at the end because you just were like, fuck it, I've done enough. But because no one had ever reached that stature before.
So this kid, if I'm trying to like compare it to a story that I know, right, is like the main character of like a Ready Player One, right, where he studied all of the work to the extent where he knows all of the nuances of this. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. And if I can, real quick, before we get back into it, I literally used the movie Ready Player One to describe a scene on the other end of LIVA. So it's so funny that you bring it up today, because I couldn't think of the movie. One of the players thought of it for me, but I was like describing the movie, and they're like, "Oh, Ready Player One." I was like, "Thank you." But it's so funny that you use that again as a perfect descriptor for something happening in the world of LIVA. It's a little scary, but going on.
No,
but
like
yeah, absolutely. Okay. This kid seems to understand it through and through. He didn't read your book. He understands your book.
So I'm gonna be like halfway through writing The Keeper of Tome before I realize what I'm writing. at that
Yeah,
point?
it's like a perfect example is you were Thomas Riddle, and you wrote Lord Voldemort all the time. You know what I mean? Like you were the guy in Harry Potter, like doing that shit. You know. So when
Okay.
you see someone using your name, you're kind of like, whoa, that kind of stopped you for a second.
Okay, son. You and I are gonna have a chat, and I'm just gonna finish signing off the book. I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna hand it to him, and I'm gonna look at the father and be like, "Sir, your son, if I may, is a very gifted and talented individual, and his talents would be, how can I say, wasted if he were to not embark on this journey with me."
And the kid is just like staring at his dad, just in excitement. And he, very nice, Henry. He kind of looks at you and he's like, well, allow us to accompany wherever it is you're taking. Potentially, is it this a school or an establishment?
It's the Jolly Roger.
Well, that sounds jolly. We'll join you and we'll assess when we arrive, perhaps, if that's all right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Wonderful. And then the dwarf gentleman goes, "All right, y'all. Bottoms up." And unbeknownst to you guys, Mildred had already prepared a ton of plates for everybody, and they're all neatly done. They have a little garnish on top, and there's like this odd side of what could be beans. You're not quite sure. They're like refried, so they're smashed. It gives off the smell and taste of what beans would be, but there's something. Maybe like a lentil plant organic essence of some sort. But it's good. Everything tastes great. And while this is going on, Henry is just releasing all these open thoughts. Henry, if you wouldn't mind performing, say, 3 of your choosing.
Running a whole bunch of songs. I'll start right now.
Thanks.
Okay. I'm gonna go first with the Krabby Molly.
Okay.
I know I'd be onto something. I had a worse itch in me last fourth. Let me sing you a song about Krabby Molly. Krabby Molly, I give you me gold. You give me nothing but itches and cold. I see that not be your favorite. Let me see. I know. Let me sing you the hum of the tune of the Shadow Step Mage. What say you, Mosh?
Yeah, it's a good one.
The ever enthusiastic.
I wish not to take a shadow step he think he'd take. Battle not ready, mage be unsteady, a spider instead, a web in his head.
You guys all feel like just pumped. You guys feel so good and relaxed. This is just almost like a treat to you guys. You guys haven't had a moment of just sheer relaxation and, so to speak, willy-nilly in some time without someone getting attacked or being murdered in their sleep. So this is such a great time for you guys. Henry, I believe you have one more for me.
The song of the shadow, the step not seen. A mage be away, a demon he see. To a spider be he be.
Very nice. And with such, Henry, you have completed your inspirative advancement, as the notes in front of you have unlocked said such.
I'm confused.
So I don't know what you were choosing, or if you wanted to announce anything to the team, but we can discuss that later.
I guess I will. I took a level in Bard.
Ooh.
What?
Not the expected way to go, but yeah.
So
Good
technically,
for you.
in character, none of you guys know that he has any kind of philanthropy as of yet. He himself is still discovering it, which is what was heavily motivating. I assume some of his great writings and tales of his good assistant here, Alistar. But you do need to let me know what spells you do end up going for. You maybe even be able to put them into your character sheet right now on your own by clicking the compendium books, going to items, going to spells, and then whatever it is you chose, just drag them into there, and they should just load up your sheet. So yeah.
By the way, I've been properly chided. Thanks, Henry. Maybe I make like some random coins with using Presto and just throw them at you randomly.
Out of character. Just wait till Henry knows he can actually do magic. He's not going to actually be happy about it.
Marsh is gonna be so sad.
Best friend, best non-magic friend.
Oh man. So, anyways, moving forward, the rest of the evening goes smooth. Real quick, Killian's Vow, Chapter 3.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you, knowing that there was dialect in there that was in a foreign language, are you going in prepared, or are you looking to see if you fall upon any more first?
Well, I would look to see if I fall upon any. Otherwise, I'm just reading in either Goblin or Common.
But you do speak Goblin?
I speak Goblin.
Oh, well, shit. I didn't know you speak Goblin. Fuck, see. You guys gotta really, I don't know.
Sorry, yeah.
Drop these languages on me more often, because I don't look at you.
Marsh tries to. Marsh only has one,
Yeah.
so it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I only have Goblin.
You guys literally chose everything that happens in this neighborhood, right, Stan? Almost that's literally the main languages of everything that happens here, and they just chose them by chance.
Nice.
So, anyways, as you're going through Chapter 3 of Killian's Vow, you get to the Chapter 3 is labeled Foul's Play. It goes over the story of how Killian probably never went missing from the start. There's conspiracy theories basically going about there being a misconception. Somebody led a plot to let others believe enough in this overgrown coast that has allowed the coast to grow to its being. Very similar to how we were just discussing religion with Darko. When enough people confine in something, things can happen. Now, that's just one theory. The other is that Killian still lives, and he is the overgrown coast. And that is why all threats then on have marked the overgrown coast as a no-man's zone.
This is such a twist. Oh, M. Night Shyamalan would love it. Nobody knows what the hell I'm saying. I just said that out loud while I'm reading.
Yeah.
And I keep...
So with that, is there anything else you guys wish to do this evening before going into the next day?
Yeah. Hey, Swindler.
Yeah, man, what's up?
What say you
How do I
of
add
this,
spells, by the way?
of this boy?
So if you open your character sheet and go to your spells and you click the item from the compendium folder and drag it onto your sheet, it should just plop in.
Okay. Thank you.
So go ahead, say that one more time for me.
It's okay.
Darko.
What say you of this this boy here?
Oh man, he's definitely been reading your stuff and getting some serious vibes off of it. I mean, I read it twice, and I think I only got to Chapter 2, but I did read it twice, so
Rude.
that helps.
He read Chapter 1 and 2 twice.
Oh man, sometimes you are real of no help at all.
I mean, I've done nothing but good things for you, and you can't say I've never helped you. Let's be serious here. You've walked away with more of a bargain than I. Every time.
Whatever. Why did I even ask you in the first place?
Hey, I offer and you accept. That's kind of the way it works. You've been around, what? He throws up so to you visually, he's like a shadow. Kind of like the shadow man. He pops out and then he doesn't, but he's your shadow. So everyone else sees your shadow act normal. But for you, when you're talking to him, he's over here curling around what's up, man? Sometimes he's talking as you. just to fuck with you, and other times he goes into like this just kind of ghostly figure, and
Okay.
he throws up. He's like, "How many times have you made a deal with one of us? What'd you say?" And he like throws up where it like shows like an infinite amount of like developing like fingers that just keep growing and growing. And then he like shakes it off, and he's like, "Yeah, should be one to talk about arrangements."
No, never mind. I'm just gonna like act and like I'm actually just gonna like wave my hand away, kind of thing to like
And yeah,
dismiss
naturally he
the
disperses. Yeah.
dismiss the thought of like speaking with the swimmer.
And so as you kind of put him on the back burner, you kind of feel him like reach out real quick, and he whispers in your ear, "Oh yeah, I think the boy's real nice. Could be a start of something fresh." And he pulls
Could have
out.
just said that in the first place.
So, is there anything else you guys wish to do?
I try to read the second chapter. I read one word and I put it away.
Okay.
I like open it and I'm like, chosen one not ready. Still a lot to process in chapter 1.
All right.
I think you did
Anything
pretty darn
else?
good on that first chapter, man. Figure it out. A
Yeah.
lot.
I'm assuming it's getting late at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably about 10, 11-ish.
Alright. I hit the hay.
Okay. All of you guys kind of go to sleep. Does anybody, the dwarf gentleman who brought the meat forward and served the meals with his wife Mildred, announced that he would keep watch. But do any of you guys wish to partake?
I'll
Marsh
stay
will
up.
help.
I'll stay up with him too.
Okay, so Darko and Marsh.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take my own watch, but I'll help take watch.
Henry throws the the instrument back over to Marsh, and then I reckon I'm gonna turn in.
I'm gonna walk up to the dwarvish guy, and in dwarvish I'm gonna say, "Thanks for the meal. I appreciate it."
Oh, yeah, nothing like another dwarven fellow, though you be a bit lower than us usual, if you know what I mean. And he's referring to you being from like below, where he's a mountain dwarf.
You could say that, yeah. I'm gonna like kind of like look at my my clothes and stuff. What brings you to the wishbone?
You never know who you travel with sometimes, and you'll get good trade and opportunities. So this particular spot, me and my wife Mildred here, we get real lucky at times. Matter of fact, one of your mates there offered us a job back at your tavern, I assume. And I'm a handyman, I do good work. And they talked about more work, so like I said, lucky opportunities always come at the Wishbone.
It is a growing enterprise, my friend. I'm gonna slap him on the shoulder. You're in good hands.
He honors it in his dwarvish manners, and he goes, if you don't mind me asking, how old do you say you are?
Oh, I lost count about 60, 70 years ago, but maybe somewhere like 220, 225, somewhere around there.
I still say I'm only 80. He pats you on the back and starts walking off. He does like a patrol. You and Marsh see that he does like this steady patrol. He doesn't seem to show any hindrance in his energy levels or ability to stay awake. Marsh, what are you doing during your patrol?
During my patrol, I'm just wandering around and I'm like real stressed out because I almost died, and I'm kind of just like thinking, God damn, Luann, we said we were going to retire, but look at what the fuck we're up to. And he kind of is quiet for a second and he goes, Yeah, Luann, I know. Look, I know. We said we were gonna play it cool, and now we're in the middle of a thing where we fight fire demons. So, Luann, I don't know what to tell you. And he's quiet for a second again, and he goes, no, Luann, we're not. No, this isn't an argument. We're not arguing about this, Luann. We're not. I'm sorry. And he just puts Luann away, and he continues his watch.
Okay, for sure. Just give me a general perception check.
Sure.
Darko, what are you doing?
My torch is in the ground, and I am doing my ritualistic seance. My nightly ritualistic seances around the beanpole, around the maypole.
Give me a perception check.
Perception. Oh Lord, I'm not paying attention.
Oh Lord.
All right. So, Marsh, you see Darko doing his thing. You don't even know where the extra instruments and stuff come from. But whenever you look in his direction, there's like a surround sound, Dolby 20.0, like vibe kicking in. And then you look away and it's like dead silent. You look back at him and it's like doo doo doo, going on with him. And you seem pretty perceptive tonight. You feel like you can't fail anymore. You can't keep making these mistakes. Your entire life was about being precise, not missing. Staying alive is not easy in the line of work you've done. And here you are, just willy-nilly getting smacked around, being physically abused more than you've ever been your entire career. And, you want to blame the retirement, you want to blame your age, but you know that as long as you can still lift Luann, you're not retired. You know the day, and it's not here. You tell yourself that. You tell your friends, because you hope for it. You yearn for it. But it isn't here. And it definitely isn't now that you think Naza is where Naza may be. But with your 16, you do hear some scurrying going about. And as you follow the sounds and you track them, you see a young individual peering from behind what looks to be a log, watching this seance happening in the distance as they clutch onto a book close to their chest. And every so often, when the light flickers in their direction, you see it go over, and it's a 12-year-old boy, almost seemingly taking in some sort of understanding of what is going on with Darko's performance. Do you guys choose to go to bed at any time on your own, or do you choose to wake somebody else up?
Yeah, at a certain
Marsh
point.
was gonna do his.
Go ahead, Marsh.
Oh, so Marsh is gonna go get Henry up because Henry was the last one to talk to him, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, bud, remember how you said you're gonna go to bed? Well, now it's your turn to keep watch."
Oh, mate, are you bloody kidding me?
Up
What
in the
about the
crow's
fu-
nest with you.
Ah, what about the mage?
In the crow's nest. I don't want to hear it.
All right. Henry begrudgingly gets out. Oh. Where's that bloody mage? He goes and finds Alistar. Kicks him in the boot. Alistar, mate. I just finished me watch. It's your turn to watch.
Right, of course, watches. Yes. Go to sleep,
Ah, I'm so tired, mate. Thank you.
I totally understand.
You go
Goes
back to
back to sleep.
You go back to the tent that you share with Marsh. So Marsh hears you come back in immediately, and you feel like a little tap on your shoulder, and Marsh just goes, "I don't think you took your watch, bud."
I know that. But Alistar doesn't.
He goes, "You feel Luann poke into your back."
Oh, man. You gotta do me that way.
And he just goes, "I don't trust Alistair like I trust you." And then Luann pulls away.
Right, mate. Bloody hell. Fucking wanker. Gets out and goes back out. Alistair, mate.
So before he
I
came out,
imagine-
I actually had cast Silent Image of me standing there, and then went back into my tent and went to bed.
Okay.
It was just me standing there for
Henry's
10
gonna
minutes.
Henry's gonna walk over and then go to clap
Uh-huh.
you on the back.
And you fly right through it, and because you're still kind of groggy, you kind of go prone to the
Alistair,
floor
mate.
first. You know?
Alistair!
Oh shit, he found out.
The hell are you, mate?
At this time, Darko, you were just about to go to bed as you hear two younger individuals bickering about.
I'm gonna look around. Are they like in the dark somewhere?
Yeah, I mean they're getting ready to do their watch, so you see them. There's like a
Oh,
torch.
you
lit,
Tom
you know?
side. I see them.
Yeah, them. Yeah.
Can y'all keep it down? I'm trying to get some sleep, so I'm gonna crawl under the cart, and casting darkness.
So,
and,
so long as you know that Alistair flubbed on his watch, mate. Just so you know.
I don't care.
Well, I'll take a double.
So, as you go about your normal routine of
Henry
under the
goes
cart
over and
darkness,
kicks Alistair and makes sure he like physically moves him out of the tent to
Yeah.
do watch with him.
So, Alistair and Henry, is there any moment you'd like to share between each other before your rolls?
Yes, I would like to cast suggestion on.
This motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Let me make sure.
Alistair's the wild card, and I don't want no one else gets to even come close to claiming that title because Alistair is the wild card.
Oh, wait, for sure.
I don't have to do a standard fire yet. It's a saving throw.
What's the saving
What's
throw?
my saving throw?
It's Wisdom 15.
Ooh, baby.
I think you're getting suggested.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh my
Damn, that
God.
20. Yeah, Henry, you blankly stare at him, giving him like that time of benefit. You're just like, oh yeah. You know, your new bardic inspiration within seems to be triggering, and you're not certain why, but you feel this resilience to his spell. You felt his magic try to overcome you for the first time, and you felt a natural defense, kind of like your white blood cells reacting to a infection. It's like you, for once in your life, actually saw it coming in hindsight.
Aye, mate. You try to use magic on me. Let me tell you a joke. How do I target to throw a spell?
So
Well, hell yeah,
here,
brother.
let me give you an
No, no,
example here.
Oh,
So we're gonna put Alistair
really?
on the field, and we're gonna put
Yeah,
Henry on the
Yeah,
field.
okay, there you go.
Now,
yeah,
Henry,
you have to have
you're going to click on Alistair's icon, and then go to your sheet and click on the spell
I love
as a target. Well, you're gonna target him. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, you want to click on yourself, but then
Yeah,
click the
sorry.
target.
Click on yourself and target him. That was my bad.
It says I don't have it available, but I should.
Let me see. It could be because you don't have your spells loaded. So, wait, which one are you doing?
What are you casting?
Hideous.
Hideous
Yeah.
laughter.
So I see it there. I don't see what. Oh, because it says you don't have
Hideous
any
laughter?
prepared here. That shouldn't matter. But let me see.
Oh no.
Awesome. love it.
Did you get it or no?
You got me.
Yeah. You figured it out. Oof, Alistair succeeds with a 25.
Good.
Yeah, easy enough.
Oh, I see you can play this game as well now. Since when?
Mate, I reckon I don't know, but I see you coming, and you see me coming. It's a level playing field for once.
I'm very impressed. I'm gonna now cast Hypnotic Pattern in the third in front of me where he is.
This motherfucker.
Okay. What do you want it to look like?
You guys are in bed. We're having a spell off here.
No, this is a classic dick measuring contest if I've ever seen one. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I love this. I can actually place. Wait, how do I place it?
Or you would
shoot,
just
I
like,
placed it on the spot. Then what I think.
where did you put it?
I think I accidentally just put it on
Oh,
random
way
spot.
over there, yeah, in the corner.
It's okay. I'm planning to go to bed after, so I'll get it back. I'll just cast it again.
Sure thing.
Henry flips his coin right before.
Yeah, okay. You flip your coin, and
It's waving lines are coming into the sky. You just see a whole bunch of wavy patterns of say mostly purple, but shining purple lines in the sky. It's just wavy lines.
with the wait, yeah, okay. So you roll your saving throw with advantage.
Ooh, with advantage.
As you flipped your
Sweet.
coin, it yet again landed on the golden side.
Not enough.
Oh.
Damn it.
Yes. You're sleeping, sir.
Well, correction. He is not sleeping. The way hypnotic pattern works is you put a pattern in the air, say the bat signal, due to the recent terms, and they look at it.
Oh, wait a minute. The saving throw was 15. I threw a 16.
That was your.
No, that was
Flip.
your
Those
coin
are
flip.
Oh,
Yeah, your
yeah,
saving
oh,
throw
yeah.
was an 8. Yeah. So all they do is stare endlessly in the sky at this pattern that they can see.
You're charmed incapacitate for just a minute. It's not for long. Long enough for me to walk into my tent, though.
So by the time this pattern breaks and Henry, you snap out of whatever hypnotic trance you were placed in, you realize Alistar is yet again most likely cowering in his tent.
That
I've
motherfucker.
cast some more spells in there, just so you know.
What'd you do?
So I cast Silent Image to make it look like I was sleeping on the other spot next to me.
Okay.
And then I cast Silent Image over me to put something that's just to hide me. It's essentially just a bedroll.
Okay.
Henry's gonna walk over and he's gonna be pissed. He's gonna be pissed. All right. He's just gonna knock your fucking tent down.
As your tent
Listen,
comes
mate,
toppling over.
if you don't do your watch, I will burn you where you're sleeping, mate.
I'm moving. Just sleeping.
You hear nothing from Alistar, and after his tent collapses on him, you feel that the tent alone will suffice, but next time you will burn him where he's sleeping. As you go, oh, you're gonna do vicious mockery.
Do it.
You think, mate, that you're gonna just sleep there and do nothing, like you did nothing before, like you did nothing when you lost your lands.
Give it to me with disadvantage, Alistar.
Oh no, that upsets me. So now I do counterspell.
Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, instantly.
Is it first level spell?
It's not a first level; it's a cantrip, I believe.
This is like
It's a cantrip.
Draco versus.
Yeah, I don't know how counterspell would. I mean, I guess it would just instantly
Harry.
diffuse the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
so yeah,
Did you even know I was doing a spell against him though? Like
that's the tricky part with counterspell. Is do you have to have vision of it? Let me look.
Because you're under a knockdown tent right now.
and also
Yeah.
Henry doesn't even know he's doing the spell. Really, he's just mocking him.
Yeah, this is him just kind of like learning his just.
Doesn't say how I know. But it should say, right? It says within 60 feet. But that doesn't really tell me how I know the spell's happening.
Yeah, you don't know he's casting it, so
No.
I wouldn't allow it because
Okay,
he doesn't
so
know
let's just
either.
say
So he's innocently spittering words at you. Do the saving throw. You would be the one to pronounce that you got hurt. If you did, he wouldn't know better.
A disadvantage,
Yes. Because you have been like a little piece of,
right? It
for
worked
the
out
team
fine
there.
anyways.
So you just managed to resist it, but you do feel some kind of prying sense into you.
Okay, so I'm flipping off my tent now. Young man, you need to take care of your campsite. And I'm casting suggestion telling him, You really want to trust me with this task, or do you want to do it yourself?
Do we?
He's
Can
pissed
we get
off.
an opportunity
He's gonna try to punch him. He's gonna
to
try to
hear
punch
any of this?
Alistar right now.
Yeah, chosen one. Give me perception. We all know Darko never wakes up, so he doesn't get a chance. It's just being an embarrassing roll.
Did that work out for you, man? Because I targeted you and then sent suggestions.
Yeah. I got it here. Just normal roll, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's it. You're right. He got it. 15.
No, that's me.
No, that's Callan.
Oh,
I was doing
Never
a
mind.
perception check to see if I
Yeah.
hear any of this crap.
Yeah, chosen one. You definitely hear good old Alistar and Henry bickering as as little Buck seems to be awoken from this.
Is Little Chosen up as well?
No, just little Buck.
I wake Little Chosen.
Just kind of like,
Go retrieve clothes from annoying men. Pants, preferably.
God, no.
the little chosen one kind of rolls over and just kind of ruffles itself and goes about exiting the tent. You guys both see little chosen one stomping toward you guys, and it's kind of like doing its like little neck crack, and it's kind of like and it like chomps at it in the air a little to get its pecker ready. And Henry, what do you tell it?
Again, I don't even know that I'm
Yeah.
really doing it, but I see it coming in. Little chosen one. This man here is failing to keep us safe while we sleep.
Oh, whoa. Hold up, sir. You are under suggestion. You want to now do the watch yourself.
Doesn't mean he can't complain.
Oh, yeah, you can complain all
Yeah,
you want.
so he's complaining. He's venting. Yeah.
Feel free, sir. Sorry
go-
about that.
I'll watch, but you should keep a watch on him. He's avoiding his duty to the crew,
So
using every trick he has.
So you hear a sense of, you hear like a shriek in your head. You hear like a shriek of agreeance, and it kind of like stomps on over toward Alistar. And Alistar, you see it getting closer to you, and it seems to be focusing on your robes, and it reaches out for your robes. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh fuck!
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
Nat
That was
20.
Alistair is God.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Excuse me, little chosen. I'm going to bed. And then I crawl under with Darko in the darkness. Crawl under the guard.
So with that,
This is my 10th ruined.
yeah, little chosen goes and like pecks in your direction as you just turn around and walk off, and he completely misses. And with it, he sees you just kind of troughing off. But the noise has stopped, in which little chosen's job is done, and he heads back to the tent.
Perfect.
The only thing you hear me say is, Alistar, mate, this isn't over.
I believe that.
With that, Henry, give me a perception check.
I'm so glad it worked out. I was really worried for a minute.
Most dramatic
Over-
part of this was, you don't
Over
know
a-
though that Henry's
a
not your
fucking
friend
watch.
anymore.
You're my friend, man. Come on. We're like brothers. We were chiding the whole time by the campfire. I think it's just like part of what we do.
So, Henry, you do your watch pretty successful. You see the male dwarf still about, keeping watch at a distance. He's probably about 30 feet from the camp setup of all of you guys. And he does a patrol about every, assumably, hour from the way he seems to be on a clockwork system. The sun comes to rise, with no event other than your squabble. What do you guys wish to do, and who awakes?
I wake.
Well, Henry's
get up.
already
One
awake.
rise.
I
And
start breaking down the tent.
He waits over by the tent waits over by where Darko and Alistar are.
Last one up.
Alistar is spooning Darko in the darkness.
I'm
As the
spooning him from
darkness
behind.
follows, you guys see Alistar and Darko spooning.
No, yeah, because it's
I
no
just
longer
wait.
dark.
Okay, so you guys rise.
Get off of me! Get off of me!
What,
Book, what are you doing? I'm not a book.
That was a very good dream, though. A very good dream.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I'm gonna like brush myself off, just like kind of walk around to get away from him as quickly as possible.
All right.
Where's Alistar coming out?
From around the corner, you see him coming around the cart.
I'm gonna swing on him.
Okay.
Oh,
give
hell
me an
yeah.
attack with advantage because you waited.
Hot head Henry.
Chosen one, you get out and you see Henry waiting for some event to occur. And as you see Alistar coming around the corner, let's see what occurs.
Where's unarmed in this?
It'd be
So not-
yeah, you would just do it's usually just a strength usually.
Oh
but-
no, I found it.
Yeah, it should be in there.
Yeah, unarmed strike.
Nice.
Ooh,
Nice. That was a good hit.
sucker punch, dude.
Yeah,
Across the jaw.
absolutely. So what would be the damage? Oh, because it gave you the shield reaction, huh, Alistar? That's why it delayed.
Did, but I
No, yeah,
ignored it,
that's what the delay was for. Got it. At least it's working. So you take 3 points. So you take 3 points
I
of
punch him
bludgeoning
right in
damage.
the eye, just right in the eye for a black eye.
I'm a black guy the whole day.
You
That's
just get
great.
raccoon socketed as you fall to the floor briefly in surprise, and you see none other than Henry standing above you with his fist still curled in anger.
What was that for?
Good fucking morning, mate. We'll see. We'll see on the next round. And then he just walks off.
That was
Such
aggressive.
That's just so losing. Oh my god.
Chosen one just keeps going about his business, breaking down his tent.
Yeah, Marsh gets up, but he's like, "Yeah, it was a good sleep. I'm glad." And he looks at Henry and he goes, "I'm glad someone kept their watch."
Right? I didn't have much of a choice, but Alice learned a lesson, I imagine. Next time, it won't go so easy.
He goes, "Yeah." Marsh is just like looks at you and he just goes, "Oh, god damn it, Henry, you'll learn someday." And he just walks off.
All right, you guys
In my
are
book.
huh?
All worth it in my book.
I'm sulking by the fire.
It's a nice shiner you got there, Alistair. Where'd you get that?
Henry seems to have woken up with a bit of the PMS. It's a local issue that some men have, it seems.
Is that an infection? I've never heard of that.
It is indeed. It's contagious infection, so watch out for him.
Cat, the bookman over here says you may have an infection. You may want to get that looked at.
Alright,
Call
an
it the
affection of
PMS.
character. Alistar's got a defection of one.
Oh man. So as you guys are heading back, you guys see that for the first time ever, there is a sign pointing toward the Jolly Roger.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, brother.
So as you guys get to
Yeah.
this signpost, it points and it says, sorry.
Oh no, he's gonna die before he gets to tell us what happened.
I know.
Roger.
Yeah, right.
We'll
Cliffhanger.
just always be waiting.
So you guys see the sign, and it's very well actually marked. So it's not like crude or anything. It's very big, very visible. You guys are probably like, 300 feet or so away, and you guys can make out Jolly. And it says Jolly Roger, and then underneath it, it has like scribbling in multiple what looks to be different languages. One of them is actually. Let me verify this, because clearly I've already showed that I don't know what languages you all speak.
I think Orcish, Common, and Elvish is for me.
Just Elvish and Common for
Common.
your boy here.
Common,
Yeah.
Dwarvish, and Goblin.
Then no, you guys do not understand the other 3 dialects that are carved in there.
Cool. I hope one of them's something really slutty.
But you
I
do
mean,
see
too, mate.
along the pole that it's posted on also has inscription on it, and you see what's scribed on the entire thing is crew meek crew meek, like almost intricately along the entire post. There's not a single spot that you can't find the words crew or meek.
I love it. What a good boy.
Aye, what a beautiful piece of work. That'd be my first mate.
So with that, you guys, with your new following caravan, arrive at yet again a long time waiting, the Jolly Roger. Spend some
To be
time.
back.
Welcome
I
to
mean,
my
My
church.
token with Satanist.
Oh, hell yeah.
I jump off and I start running in to go find Two Brain Lady.
She is inside at the bar. You see
Her.
her and Rep hanging out and having a drink.
Perfect. I go up to her with the bracelet in hand.
She sees you approach and she looks at you. Oh, wow, hello. It's been some time. I'm glad to see you, big fella. You look very well. After you've obviously mopped yourself over with your very powerful handkerchief, you look very good. And she kind of looks at you in a little, like, taken back aspect from the last time she saw you.
Chosen One cleaned himself up. He want to give you proper present. He give you this.
What?
And he
Am I the only one who
pulls
can't
out
move?
the heart
Yeah, I don't
bracelet.
have a token.
You guys don't have tokens?
I reloaded and my token showed up,
I
but
saw-
I can't move.
So
Your
Alice
tokens?
doesn't move. Try reloading because everyone else moved.
I see everybody else's token.
Yeah.
All right, let's try.
And you own your
Oh, there we
tokens. Yeah, so it's probably just like a weird bug. Sorry.
All
So
right,
you
I
hold
can
that.
move.
So you hold it out and you present it to her. Did you say anything with it?
I say, Chosen One find this at shop on way here. He want to gift to you. And he like holds it out as if he wants to like put it on her.
She looks at it from prior to putting out her arm, but she goes, "Oh, that is quite gorgeous, actually, and very well kept. The hearts resemble anything, perhaps?" She puts her arm out.
Chosen One's love for Two Brain Lady. And he puts it on her.
Of course. When you put it on, you see like the entire bracelet give off like a brief pink glow, and then it clicks.
Perfect. I hope you like it.
It is gorgeous. Thank you so much. I'll take care of it and let you know how it does. Thank you. You do not have to in the future. Do not ever feel. Some use the word inclined.
You Chosen One's wife. It's okay.
I do appreciate such care. Thank you again. Perhaps I may find something for you.
Perfect. And then I go. Do I see Marsh behind the bar now?
Oh,
Yeah, that's where Marsh is.
Crossbow man, give Chosen One drink.
Already got one for you here, pal. And you can see I just like pull a full drink out from underneath the bar as if I had it waiting for him. And I just slam it on the table and I'm like, drink up, buddy. Thanks for saving my biscuits back there.
Yeah, I don't know if I did or not. I didn't read the whole thing.
You did in the sense that you healed me at one point. After we fought those will-o-the-wisp. That's all. That's what I'm going to give you the drink for.
Oh, perfect. Chosen One always here for follower.
So as you guys are, conversing around the bar, Rep goes, "Oh, hey guys,
Alistar
So-
goes. Sorry, Henry. By the way, while this is going, goes to look at the crew roster for the first time
Mhm.
because he's got a bone with Alistar right now. He's going to talk to him about the pirate code.
So,
that's in the
as you look
background.
over the pirate code, you do see a very poorly, crudely written out improper ALSRO.
I thought he did like a temporary writing,
No,
so it's not on there.
it was very crudely and misspelled ALSRO. I'm just telling you that's what you see for assumably Alistars. There is some form of signature present, which baffles you briefly, as you assume it to belong to unknown which, but a particular kobold, perhaps. But you can absolutely pick a bone with Alistar, but you would definitely define this writing as non-humane in your guys' sense. But meanwhile, while you look over the contract, Rep. Hey guys, so check it. Like, I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I got a brother.
Yeah, what's up, Rep? Marsh is drinking.
Oh,
Well,
Jose-
I mean, like,
Chosen
I thought
with
you
no
guys would be
ask.
more impressed. I mean, yeah, he's not as cool as me. His name's Pep. Don't ask. But, yeah, so Pep just sent me a letter, right? And I feel like you guys just don't understand my conversation right now. Okay, let's start over. So I got a brother named Pep, and he lives in the Hollow. That's like northeast of here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So like that dude gets into some interesting stuff. He also works at a tavern. He doesn't own one. Well, he says he owns it, but there's an owner and it's not him. It's weird. So anyways, Pep, super cool dude. He's having a concert. And I was thinking, the concert's happening outside the tavern, which I imagine would bring a lot of money for them at the Hollow, right? So if they do really well, maybe I can ask Pep if he can get me in contact with this artist.
Ooh. Marsh is like, hell yeah, brother. That's what I'm here to hear about.
Marsh, you have seen a few performances. Being a part of the circus, you know the circus picks up quite a few performers during their travels. Go ahead. Well, correction. I'm just letting you know. You can play on that as you wish. Henry, with your 19, you absolutely understand it to be some kobold writing.
Awesome, mate. We need a word.
yes, and I need a beer.
Marsh hands him a beer. He slams it on the table. He goes, here you go, Alistair. Happy to serve you.
Thank you, Marsh. I make it nice and cold. I hold it up to my eye as I stare at Henry.
Mate, I reckon you and I are off on the wrong foot. There'll only be one way that this ends correctly, and a million ways it ends poorly. Follow me. Let's have a word over a pint. Hey, Marsh, can you give me a pint?
Marsh, he goes, I'm all out of pints from underneath the thing, so I'll have to pour you a fresh one. But yeah, I got you. And he just sort of turns around and pours you a fresh pint and hands it to you. Everybody else got one that he had been waiting underneath the counter, just in case someone came up and said something that deserved a pint. And he ran fresh out, so he's like, all right, I gotta get you a fresh one, sorry.
It's gonna taste a bit sour, by the way.
Maybe.
Oh no.
Alistar, follow me. Let's have a conversation. This be the one way that I think it ends well.
Where are you going? There's a table right here.
We need to have conversation, you and I. Away from the crew.
Conversation.
Away from the crew. The crew will not
All right.
like what I have to say, and you and I have to find an accord.
Give me a good spot to sit. I'm a bit tired still. Someone punched me in the face earlier.
Yes, he did. Henry's going to go actually into his room and say, "Hi, Mike. You can sit on my bunk. I'll stand."
I'll pass.
Ooh.
There's a nice seating spot over here.
All right.
That
So
sounds like an invitation.
we can wait until you guys have your thing out there, but
Chosen one, thank you. Invite Pep to work for us. Does Pep know how to drink or make beer?
Oh man, Pep knows how to drink beer, all right. I'll tell you, my
No,
brother.
no,
Man,
no.
oh
Make
man, we
beer.
drink so much beer. One time, we did like a keg stand at the same time. I totally beat him, bro. But I'm telling you, Pep will say otherwise because he was like blitzed after. But he can drink.
Chosen one wrong. He wanted to ask
Oh.
if he know how to make beer, not to drink
Yeah,
beer.
he can make beer disappear.
Chosen
Okay.
one no think this a good person.
Marsh is like,
Nah. In all reality, Brian, in all reality, he never steals from his mates.
Okay. Marsh is gonna see if he's ever heard of, not heard of Pep, but like, heard of the people that Pep has been talking about to this guy.
The performer?
Yeah, the performer.
That's what I was
if-
waiting to hear. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, how do you ask him?
I just go, so tell me about this performer that Pep says we gotta have here, because I'm a bit of a performer myself. And then I just turn and fire my crossbow into one of the targets without looking, and I look back and go, "See, I can perform," and I just stare at him in the face.
I clap.
All right, we can
Good
get
shot,
it.
sir. Good shot.
He's excited about it. I like it.
Okay, yeah. So he goes, "Oh man, you might totally like know the guy because you're from the circus and he like performed once." He goes like first name Rolly. He does like this crazy cool like synth stuff. Go ahead and roll me a history check. Okay. Not too shabby.
It's like the first history check he's rolled that is actually
I
decent.
know.
No.
Exactly. I'm always like
Give it-
befuddled with smoke.
Yeah, give me 1 second to get the exact full name. Yeah, man, it's Roly Goblicon. He's like the shit when it comes to the newest and latest in like entertainment is what they call it. It's basically music, but on a big scale. You do know Roly Goblicon, sorry, to be here. Let me just copy and paste the name so you guys can understand, I guess, why I can't pronounce it, even though like it's part of it sounds like a transformer. Now that I look at it, so Roly Goblicon, he has worked actually with with Coral Lace, and you're not necessarily yourself, but you've been around when he has been too. He is a goblinoid bard that is making a name for himself in the world. Sorry, did I type that in Draconic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I just assumed I couldn't read it.
Yeah, I assume we weren't supposed to know.
Anyways, sorry. So you go. Anyways, so sorry. You know him to be a up and coming performer. He's a bard who plays definitely like he plays a flute, but the music that comes out of it is definitely your up and coming newest club stuff.
Okay.
But he's booked a couple venues at Cape Prow at the circus. He performed just before you came into contact with your new crew. He had just left probably no more than a week and a half ago from Cape Prow to the Hollow.
Okay. I go, okay, he's a good guy. We could use him.
I say we bring
But,
him into lead the service. And I'm just gonna unveil this sign that I've been working on at the bar that says Church of Chosen. And I'm gonna like get down from the bar, walk outside, and then like grab a ladder to like hang it above the door.
Chosen one claps again.
Chosen one is like eating snacks and just like enjoying the sideline.
Let's fuck it for them. Okay.
Okay.
So Marsh is gonna go outside. Okay, we probably don't have any paint.
Yeah, what?
So, do we have any paint?
Assumably, it's been, you got like black and this weird blue color that keeps appearing for all of you guys' stuff. It's like the
Okay,
town color.
So I paint underneath Church of Chosen. I just say, and beer.
All right. So meanwhile, we have Henry and Alistar. Go ahead and jump right into it.
Oh yeah. Okay. You want to verbalize any of the stuff we previously did, or you just want to
You
start?
you
where
guys
we
can
are?
jump right into where you are. It's up to you guys.
Go for it. Oh, okay. So that'd be more than helping.
That'd be more than helping the crew. Anyone can help the crew. Signing is a sign. You're willing to die for the betterment of us all. You follow? We are brothers with the code, strangers without.
I'm sorry. Are you saying I did not risk myself? Did I not take on 12 men by myself just to save the spoils of our ventures?
Mate, I understand you did risk yourself, and what a fine following that was. However, imagine your brothers at arms. If they find that you are not following the same code as they, you are not committed enough to sign with us. You imagine that Marsh and Luan is going to understand that you are not putting yourself on the same equal footing as us.
Saying that I have put myself ahead of others within our crew?
Mate, I'm not telling you what they will absolutely
Why are you all
say.
laughing?
I'm not telling you what they will say, but I know what I would feel. You haven't committed.
You need a signature. I will give you a signature.
And mate, you gave me a signature once. And it didn't stick. I'm willing to give you another chance, but here's the thing, mate. It's only one and done after this. You follow.
Listen, it is a two-way street if you will follow. I've done everything I can to make this a happy crew. I feel that I have contributed as much, if not more, than any other. What was your contribution beyond the name?
Mate, let me give you an explanation of a captain. Do you know that the role of a captain is to be the least of all mates? We're the least of them all. Everybody else produces more. The only thing we do is support their ventures. Do not place yourself ahead of others. You do not contribute more than the Chosen, or Darko, even though he be new, or Mars. Hell, even Luan. We're together. And if we're not together, the house divided falls.
So are you saying you contribute less than others? You put yourself ahead of us, and you make yourself captain? That seems rather unfair.
I never gave myself the moniker captain. You did. Why do you think you did? I never called myself captain.
I don't recall giving you that title. You gave yourself that title just now.
Actually, Moss has called me captain for weeks. So is Darko, and even Chosen has called me captain. And yet, I'm the weakest of the crew.
You're the weakest of the crew. You contribute the least. Are you telling me that is fair?
What I contribute is moral support, mate. a sense of identity, a purpose.
I hear you. I just feel that you, and I'm putting my hands on his shoulder, feel that you're coming at me aggressive for reasons that you don't even understand yourself. It is probably the magic flowing through you. It's making you more emotional than you need to be.
Mate, I don't even understand what magic be. All I know is that you say I did magic, and what I know is that I called you out on what I frankly would call bullshit.
You need help with your new skill set. I can
think-
help you.
You might. If you are a member of my crew, I might trust you. If you're not,
A member of your crew. It's our crew. This is my new family as well as yours. You need not try to contain it and own it. It is not yours to own. That
Well-
document you take there is not a contract that they belong to you. That is a shared document that we are willing to live together. And I live within that same house and with that same family.
mate, you just struck upon the truth. You not know it, but I maneuvered you there. It's our
Well
contract,
done.
and you have not been a part of it.
It's not our
Beautiful
contract.
part.
I specifically stated that you believe it's your contract that allows you to ownership over us. You don't
Oh, but
have
you
ownership.
corrected me, mate. Our contract, right?
No,
Are
it's
you a
our
part of the
crew.
contract?
Let me see this damn contract. I pull it from him and I see the weird scribbling.
Yeah.
What is this? This is not where I wrote my name.
You see, rule
But,
4,
oh,
anyone can be captain at any time. It's a matter of vote, mate. So far, you're not captain because they haven't voted you. They haven't called you captain. You can be captain if you just sign. And be true.
Have you heard of power of attorney before?
Who is attorney?
Attorney is the being in which you give the
At that,
ability
at that moment, as you say attorney, the door from the kobold's room busses open, and you see No step out.
Oh,
And
no.
he goes, "Oh yes, I know what attorney is. Attorney is like a mint where people come together to compete to see who shall be captain. Yes, we shall have a tourney for captain."
No,
I know, no. That is why you say no. You call for no, and I am here because I know. Attorney, yes. It must be done. How about the rest of you? And as he says that, all the other kobolds pop out of the room. Like, they'll just hold up 1 second. Let me just select them all and drag them out. They're like, oh yeah. Mika's like, yes, attorney. Kobold goes, can I stab attorney? I stab. No goes, of course. There will be a stabbing attorney. And then Tilk. Sorry, I moved Tilk. He goes, well, how about crew? We, attorney all, not just crew. Cap and Alistair. Crew. You guys at the bar all hear
Yes,
the
I'm
kobolds
dumbfounded
like
that
just
he's
start
being
going on
attorney
a
into
rant.
something else.
Marsh goes, yeah, I'd be an attorney.
Wait, do we actually hear them saying something about like voting attorney?
And I'd follow Marsh, because Marsh is a member of the mate. He's a member of the crew.
Do we hear all this?
If you don't sign, Alistair, I'd follow Meek before I followed you.
How about
Does Meek
I
hear
make a
that?
new document? You sign my document for our crew.
You didn't follow the first document, mate.
No, the reasoning is you're trying to own with that document. I'm saying if you trust us, you should trust
Kobold
us as
comes
your...
up and he
Mate, have you read
picks up
the
his little
document?
spear and he puts it at Alistar and he goes, I stab, no talk.
Mate, that's the wrong choice. We're a democracy.
We crew
We do
crew.
not
I stab
kill.
stab.
You be crew. I be crew. We all be crew. You understand, mate?
Kind of lowers his spear. I want to stab stab.
Pull my pen out, my quill from one of my pouches, one of my many pockets,
Okay.
and I'm like, document. Give me the document.
I feel like we've been bogarting time here, so
Yeah, I'm just trying to sign it.
You guys are good. So as you guys go to do that, Cobalt goes, no. And he as you go to sign it, he quickly with ridiculously swift speed stabs your finger, and it begins to bleed, and the blood drops onto the paper, and he goes, sign.
Well, my instinct is instantly to attack him, so I don't think this is going to go well for anybody right now.
You think that, but you also know that No is here.
I was in the other room. He's not actually in this room.
no,
You
he
know
was.
Noah's here.
Trying to kill
He
him
popped
without
out.
making a
Yeah.
commotion.
Alistar,
Yeah,
you
he
know No is here.
Oh yeah, I know he's here. I want to kill Cobalt quietly without him finding out.
You highly doubt that you could do anything
Henry's gonna
quietly with
attack
No
you
here.
if you do it.
Then I will be casting a spell over all of us, essentially.
Okay, then we'll revert that and you sign it simply.
Okay.
Okay. Moving onward.
This is a warning. I was just, Alistair straight up. He's like, you just attack me, then I'm attacking
In
back.
fairness, Cobalt will go out and probably kill you before you cast enough spells on him.
Oh, totally. I guarantee it.
So, it's official. After strong arming Alistar, we got him to sign the contract, and he is now an official member of the crew. He now gets all of his shares, if he wasn't already hoarding it all for the Chosen.
Chosen one
Meanwhile-
has no idea. He doesn't care.
Meanwhile, Darko, you approach the dwarf.
See outside. I'm assuming. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Huh?
I'm just outside. Just wanted to make sure that they're in the right spot.
Yeah, I said you approach him if that's what you want to do.
Okay. Yeah.
You said you want to talk to him.
Yeah, I did. So I don't believe I caught your name.
Oh, well, that's because you didn't ask my name. But that's Mildred, my wife. And people like to call me Hockey.
Hockey, all right. Well, you know how you came here for a job, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I have your first job.
Let's have it.
All right. Well, how are you at building things?
Well, I got these hands, and I work with glass and other
Okay,
things.
good enough. So what I need is somewhere on this property, I need you to build me a proper church. Can you do that?
Here, on the grounds.
Yes.
You
Anywhere?
want to show me? You want to show me the place?
Yeah. Let's follow me over here. I was thinking, see if we can make it an extension over here, so where you could, if you were drinking in the bar, you could also participate in the church activity.
So you're thinking that I build a church yonder, and it houses. Let's see, we're talking. He starts mumbling as he's doing some quick mathematics and calculations. I mean, we're talking sardines or loose-leafed frame kind of thing.
Can we make it expandable?
He looks around. He looks up. We can work up.
Oh, that'll do.
Yeah, we'll start with the ground level, and
We'll
we
work up
won't
from there.
build exactly. And the capital for this is Coming from who?
Speak to Alistar. And then I'm going to slap him on the back and I'm going to walk away.
He just looks at you, blank faced in wonderment of where and what kind of capital he would be working with. You guys can decide that as a team in the Discord chat at a later point. But once you guys decide, then he will absolutely be more than happy to carry on the request.
Okay. I'm going to have to also, I'm assuming, proposition this to Alistar so he agrees to pay for the capital.
So happily take it out of our crew money.
I get up and I head to the altar to go just pray about everything that just happened, us especially getting our ass whooped, with me feeling no help from my gods.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a D100.
Basically bitching to my gods. Damn right, they heard my bitch.
You're unhappy with her. Chosen one.
Chosen one unhappy with how event turned when asked to go do something for God.
We requested that what you do was to stop Asher the Kindler. And instead he roams, ever growing hotter and brighter. You think we pleased with your disappointment?
Chosen one told to go kill Asher, but given no direction. Chosen one not smart. Be more blunt.
Your honesty, child, will be a bit directive. This is your new goal. Your kin. He's referring to your owlbears, which you kind of grasp.
Mm-hmm.
Your kin will be the front of your forces, but an army must you grow. This cult fellow, he has once treaded on dark lines, but his enemies are in line with ours. He can help. As for, you kind of hear like a subtle, distasteful growl. Kobolds. You best be diligent on what they know of us.
I mean, I don't really know anything of us.
He doesn't. They're just kind of like laying it on that you speak less of your goals with them. Basically, is what he's trying to get across.
God. Okay. All right. That's okay.
And I leave you this, and you see as you get the feeling of looking up, and as you do, you see laid upon your platform, so to speak, for the gods to rest upon, is a item, a small trinket, and it looks like it's like a single kind of like thing, and it doesn't bend. It's like made out of like a type of metal. You're not certain what. There's like a green coating on it, and it looks like little beetles, kind of like staggering as if like going in a certain in a quick wavy direction, and I just lay there in front of you.
I reach to pick it up.
As you reach and you grab it, you feel instantly kind of like your flesh kind of like as if literally a beetle were beneath it, and just moving across and slowly going across your body until it reaches your heart, and you feel like a clamp, like a titan, and you kind of like take a quick deep breath, and it relaxes, and you feel something weighed there in a sense. Not in a burden method, but in a sense of pride. You feel almost privileged to have this feeling. And as you look at your hand, you don't see anything on the top, but where your marking is, you see this like scatter of beetles running across one of the spiraling marks.
Got it.
And you hear him say, "With this, your enemies will feel you even within. But be wary as you may also feel what they feel within. So when you do use it for the first time, we'll go into it like in that sense, but I will send you a little markup
Cool.
so you understand it.
Chosen One kind of like nods with acceptance and also reverence and just like appreciation for the gods that have saved him multiple times. Yet he's still frustrated at more, I think, himself than anything at the occurrence of Asher, the shit face.
Shit.
He gets up and then he walks back to his throne to like contemplate what happened.
All right. Is there anything else any of you guys would like to address?
No, Marsh is good. He's ready for the tournament.
The
Oh yeah, what's this about this
Tourney.
tourney?
Apparently,
The
the kobolds are going to arrange a captain tourney to determine who the captain of the crew is.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Oh, sorry, had to say attorney. And nobody else knows what that means in this world.
No one knows what attorney is, so he's going to show you guys. That will be
Also, people
the.
don't understand that a captain of a pirate crew actually has no more power than anybody else in the crew.
To be fair, you're the only pirate, so no one knows.
Yes.
these
Yeah, no one
rules.
else knows that.
understands
Marsh is
that.
starting to figure it out. Oh, that's
Yeah,
a
the
like-
captain is like a moniker.
Oh.
It's like kind of cool, but like other than that, you're just like, hope you guys agree with me.
Oh, you mean
Yeah,
none of you guys are like chiefs?
Yeah, Chosen One's gonna decline the tourney.
Oh, Marsh is fucking
Well,
ready.
We'll
That is
see.
surprising,
We'll
sir.
see when the flyers come out. So that will be the debut for your guys' new training grounds. Will be the tourney, and it's gonna be something. It just turned into
Oh,
something
man.
much more than anticipated, and I'm excited. So I got to install the traps. So it'll be pretty sweet. So that's something to look forward to. We will go ahead and end the content of the session here and cover some housekeeping things.